Go. Hey, I think we're going.
We're going.
We're going.
We're going.
Welcome to the Clear Shots podcast. This is our second quarantine episode. We're all locked down still. We're all scared. We're all gonna die. And
Not scared. It's confirmed.
yeah.
Guaranteed.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how scared are we all?
That's really
I've
good.
accepted it.
You accepted your death.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying?
Yeah, dude.
I'm not scared.
I'm probably gonna get it eventually anyway, so I don't give a fuck.
Well, you do work in healthcare.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
fucked.
I kind of feel like we're all going to get it eventually.
Yeah, man.
You know what's the scariest thing about it is that one of our friends is probably gonna die.
Yeah, dude.
That's a reality that we have to face.
If
this.
you know 100 people, 2 of them are gonna die,
Yeah, like
and that's
quite a
like
few people.
very charitable.
What if we don't know 100 people?
If
we
you
do.
don't know 100 people, then if you know like
none of them die.
40 people, then like 2/3 of like someone you know will die.
Oh, I thought you were saying
Yeah.
like keep it
Yeah,
at like
they'll just become
99.
paralyzed.
And everyone, like most people who catch it, like will probably experience like some sort of lung damage for the rest of their life.
That's why we got to get Dom on here as soon as possible because he's part of the risky bracket.
Sure, yeah.
'Cause he's got diabetes.
Oh yeah,
I don't think diabetes actually puts you at more risk of it. But
That's what we were told. They said vaping doesn't help either.
All they say is underlying conditions, basically. Yeah. Hold on.
So, yeah.
true.
My lungs are already dog shit anyway, so I just got over a fucking nasty infection like within the past month, so
Yeah, man, I'm worried about you, man. Like, I don't know, going through that many like respiratory illnesses in such a short period of time, and now like,
vaping.
well, and vaping, and now this fucking wicked, sketchy fucking virus.
yeah, dude.
It's just the weird thing is that it's fucking so undefined. Like it's like, oh no, you don't have any symptoms or you just die. Like there's two completely different, like there's been cases of different extremes basically.
Yeah, I mean, like, in a lot of cases, like, you can remain asymptomatic for, like, what is it? Like, they're saying anywhere from, like, 14 days to, like, 2 months, you can just remain completely asymptomatic and then suddenly have symptoms that, like, knock you on your ass.
Yeah. And then maybe you get up, maybe you don't.
Maybe.
You know?
I mean, I'm fucked.
There's definitely not
Wait.
enough information out there because it hasn't been around long enough to study it. Like, we're not going to actually know for sure what it's doing until like 9 months from now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, they say that they're working really fucking hard on, like, a vaccine and, like, drugs to treat it. But, like, that shit takes, like, years.
Yeah.
So, like,
I guess
develop-
there's that malaria medicine that's like reducing some of the symptoms though. Some
Yeah.
malaria medicine they were talking about.
The
then you
one that
get
killed, like,
malaria.
the Arizona couple.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they drank like pond sanitizer or some stupid shit.
Yeah.
fish to scale it.
You were talking about that the last quarantine episode, right? They were drinking
Yep.
like some sort of fucking thing that you use to like de-lime your fucking fish tank or something.
Probably a good move. Why would you think? I mean, I don't
Like,
know.
it wasn't even the same chemical. It was something that had like half of the same name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Well,
like
this is half
chlorine-
as
It's
good.
like,
chlorine,
they both
potassium.
have chlorine in the name.
Yeah.
It must be it.
They both have chlorine. Like, chlorine is what they like. Yeah, it's hydroxychlorine. You know,
Yeah.
it's I think it's like hydroxychloroquine phosphate is
Hydroxycut.
hydroxy.
Yeah, they just binged hydroxycut and it like set their body on fire.
Best shape of my goddamn life. I have cancer now.
Sure. You know
I'm in
that
a
people
perfect
need those
box.
masks, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
What?
You know that people need those masks, right? You shouldn't be using it yourself.
That's not an N95 mask.
It's like, so a mask like that is good if you have it already, or like, you know, like especially if you're like asymptomatic, like it's a good idea for everyone to wear one. Like if you're asymptomatic, you're less likely to transmit it if you have it and like cough, because it can just fucking hang in the air for like hours.
3 hours.
What we're doing, so I have a bunch of masks for work because I may or may not have been exposed to it the other day, and we're not going to find out till tomorrow because I didn't get a call today. But the way we're doing it is you wear one of the blue masks, then you wear a yellow mask over it, and then once we get N95 masks, like we're using Papper hoods now, which is like the CDC shit. Like,
Yeah.
and but we found out that I think we have like a dozen or maybe 2 dozen Papper suits, but one of the sets of them is like completely busted. It's like an older model, and they don't make the parts to fix them. So like we have to get new ones in. Yeah, it was pretty awesome to find that out.
That is cool.
But
Very clean.
yeah, we had it's been crazy, man. Like if we have I was talking to Wes and Ashley last night, if we have a cardiac arrest or a respiratory distress come in from an ambulance, we have to assume they have it. So like everybody has to fully gown up, so you're wearing like all this gear while you're doing CPR and all this other shit. And
they're basically saying to assume that everybody has it, though. That's like the general idea.
Well, I'm saying
like everybody has it.
Well, I'm saying like if someone comes in and they're dying, you have to assume they have it because you can't just test for it right away. So it's not like every person in the hospital we're assuming has it. But if you have the symptoms, you're pretty much not allowed in. Like unless you're on death's door, you're not coming in.
That's
You guys remember the episode of Nathan For You where they have the haunted house?
Mhm.
What if this is
That's
a
what it's like
episode?
coming out of that ambulance, dude.
Yeah. They have to immediately put you in quarantine.
Jesus Christ, dude. That's fucking terrifying. They won't even let you in the hospital.
Well, it's not.
Nah, you stay out here.
Like it's like if you're showing those symptoms and you're relatively fine, they're pretty much just like just stay home and quarantine
Until you're about to die. Yeah, then come in.
Well, like that's kind of what I went through like a couple weeks ago. Like I get like really bad lymphadenopathy. So whenever I get any sort of infection, like it's pretty much a guarantee. Like I'll know that I've got it before I start exhibiting like symptomatic like indicators, because like my lymph nodes will swell up like pretty much immediately. I've got a lymph node under my jaw, and I've got a lymph node in my abdomen that tends to swell up from like the size of like the head of a pin to like a kidney bean, and it really knocks me on my ass. So like I like straight up told my boss, I was like, I'm gonna stay home for the next couple of weeks because like I don't know if I've got this shit, and I don't want to kill any of my coworkers that are significantly older than me.
Yeah.
It's a thing I don't think people are paying much attention to is like anybody who's like an essential worker, like they're not just worried about themselves. They're worried about people that they live with or they come in contact with on a regular basis.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, they could be worried about themselves, but it's like it passes so easily that it's like you're scared for everybody around you.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking about this on the quarantine episode. I think I told my family the other night that I'm not going to see them until this is over because so much of my family is like in their 50s, 60s and higher that it's like, nope, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really worried about my grandparents for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
same.
Yeah, they should probably stay home, you know?
So are we going to do a death pool for our friend group?
yeah, dude, I'm at the top of the list for sure.
It's
Yeah, we should do like
I am the low hanging fruit in that.
I think Jake, like me and Jake should just both be under Jake and then like
we should do like what we did with
If
the
one
Royal
of us
Rumble.
lives, like we like we split it, and the other half goes to the other person's estate.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Can you imagine? Like, what shitty fucking friends? Like, who's gonna fucking die first?
We're not doing that. I'm taking it.
Oh, I was already
I
listing
didn't see
all
that.
down.
Hold on. Like,
We'll just put them all in a hat, and then we draw the names, and then whoever has the names wins.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
It's basically a Royal Rumble if you think about it.
Yeah.
It's last man standing, dude.
So yeah, man, it's pretty fucking wild.
It's like the first time, at least for me, that I've seen something like globally like this insane, you know? It's like you don't hear about anything else in the news. You only hear about this.
Fortnite was pretty big for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fortnite was
Yeah.
it was pretty wild, and definitely
Was it in the news though, or were we just
in terms of deaths.
It was in the news. Lindsay Lohan was in the news, you know, like stuff like that.
Lindsay Lohan?
That's true.
Was it globally? I don't think it was a global thing though.
Dude, it was
Well,
on
it was a
Good
phenomenon.
with what was her name? Robin Roberts and Diane Lewis. What was her name? Who's the blonde lady from the news? She did World News Tonight. Or
The blonde lady from the news.
Diane
Okay.
Sawyer. Diane Sawyer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, how many old
I forgot
famous
about all those people that Lindsay Lohan killed. I forgot about that.
how
That was
many
wild.
how many like old celebrities do you think are like done now? Like that's the craziest thing is that like Kobe died in a helicopter crash, like but all these other celebrities are probably gonna die from this. I mean, we've already lost like 2 or 3 celebrities.
See, the thing is, the whole Kobe death, like they're saying, like it's like very hard to explain how that happened exactly. So like maybe the
Maybe he
pilot
had
just had
COVID.
COVID. You know?
Yeah. That's what
Could
it
be.
was. He was coughing and he fucked up.
COVID
He
killed
fucked
Kobe.
up with the sticks.
No, it was like a CIA op. Like Kobe was trying to stop COVID.
Yeah.
Like the CIA took out the pilot. His daughter was a sleeper agent.
Yeah.
That was actually way too dark. I'm sorry.
That seems likely.
That's too fucked up.
I mean, the whole thing, this whole COVID thing is a whole scam to screw over Trump, though, right? That's what
Definitely.
I'm saying.
It's a Democratic hoax.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, you know Glenn, right? I work with Glenn. Glenn, Sharon.
Oh, really? You work with
Yeah, I
him?
work with him.
Sharon.
Word. Yeah, he's the man.
He's wicked awesome. And it's so funny because whenever we see each other, we just talk shit about people we worked with that are like still on board with it being a hoax. Like, and it's like,
dude.
you work in the
Yeah,
hospital.
it's no
too.
big deal. Yeah. You work in healthcare? You're not taking something that doctors say seriously? I think you're in the wrong industry, dude.
Dude, there I'm not gonna lie, there are some like it's just there's a lot of people that up until I think this past week, there were even people that I work with like just in the whole building that were like, this isn't that big a deal. And then
Imagine being those people. You know what I mean?
oh, they're fucking
Yeah, like,
I don't wanna.
yeah. It was bad, dude. It's
Imagine
like,
being so ideologically corrupt
Yeah,
that you
imagine
like,
having
you have to believe
yeah.
something that everyone is in agreement is a fucking problem. You have to believe that it's just a fucking
dude, there's still
Democrat lie.
I've been blocking people that are spreading misinformation on Facebook. I never usually go on blocking sprees, but I'm literally just like people that I've known my whole life or like people in my family or like really good friends of the family. Like
It's not gonna
Yeah,
stop them, dude. It's not gonna stop them. They're gonna keep posting it.
well,
It's gonna be shareable too.
I've been on a blocking spree too, just waiting for this whole thing to blow over. And by this whole thing, I mean that Tiger King shit.
Yeah.
I am so sick of it. I don't
True.
want to watch
Yeah.
it. I don't want to watch it.
I watched 2
There's no
episodes
way
of
I
it.
will ever watch it.
It's not that good.
I mean,
It's really
I know
not that good.
off the bat, like, mad props to Joe Exotic for like admitting on camera that he has tried kinky sex and he has tried drugs. Like,
Right.
very like brave, but also,
I do that all the time. I do that every week on the show.
like it's like a step above. Like, it's not even a step above like white trash like drama shit.
The
Like,
problem is, it's like it can't decide whether it's a documentary or a reality show. That's what I thought. At least the first, I watched 2 episodes. I was like, this is just stupid. Like, the only reason people are watching is because everybody's fucking locked in. There's nothing else to watch.
I think like I got the vibe that it was like somewhere between like CSI and Trailer Park Boys. Like, that's like my immediate impression of like what it is.
Somebody told me it was like First 48, but featuring Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah. It's like if you were watching something that's not that good. You know what I mean? That's kind of how that's what I felt.
I feel like the demographic that Netflix was trying to go for when they like decided to like, go through with that was like, they're like, how do we get the Storage Wars people? How do we get the Ice World truckers?
Yeah.
How do we get all those A&E and Discovery Channel watchers like on Netflix?
Yeah.
Tigers.
In big letters. Yeah.
That's their whole whiteboard. Just says
Dude,
Tigers.
actually, no. You know what though? Deadliest Catch is fucking awesome. Like, I fucking loved that show growing up, dude.
Is it the crab fishing show?
Yeah. They're on like boats.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. They I mean, it's boats.
Yeah, they like boats. It's like Whale Wars.
Deadliest Catch, and it's just fucking Jeffrey Epstein. Like,
Deadliest
Pretty
Catch, and it's
Deadest Catch. Secretly killedest catch.
Yeah. It's Deadliest Catch, but it's just like compilations of old white men getting caught saying the N-word behind closed doors. It's just like
I'd watch it.
Donald Sterling and Mel Gibson.
Dude, I'd wicked watch that.
They're forced to sell all their assets off.
Dude,
I
episode
check
1,
it out.
Ron Paul. Like, we gotta go for it, dude.
Episode 2.
That's low hanging fruit too. That's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Episode 1, Joe Biden. Like, that's like.
Yeah. Sleepy Joe.
Dude, I'm really on board with the Joe Biden hate lately. Like,
Yeah.
He fucking sucks, man.
It's hilarious.
He sucks some dick. He's real bad.
I feel like the Democrats really wanted to lose this time.
Like, I want to go back to the time where it was just like, oh, this is just Obama's friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like,
Yeah.
that's like, I think that's the ideology that a lot of Democratic voters are like following, is like, we don't want to have to think about the horrible atrocities that our government are like is committing. Like, we just want to go back to being like, good job, and like, dunking on conservatives when they go, thanks, Obama. Like, they want to like, they want to go back to simpler times. And I get that, but I think we're way past that point. And I think that most people, like, with half a fucking brain would agree. But
Yeah, it's like over the past few years, you've seen way more people get into politics, like, and actually give a shit about it, or act like they give a shit about it, I guess,
dude,
than you ever saw before.
I will tell you, like, the last like 4 years, 5 years, like, I have been madder about politics than I have ever been about anything my entire fucking life. Like, I have been
Really?
more like frequently furious
know
than I
what
have
it
ever
is.
been in my entire life. Like,
I struggle to believe that to be true.
I don't buy it. Yeah, I think you're bullshitting.
Yeah, you've never mentioned politics whenever we hang out.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's just like, it's a little side gig. Like, so
I just miss when I miss when I used to be able to, like, you know, if I was at a place, like if I was at work and the news came on, or if there was an article about the president, it wasn't inherently either super negative or super wrong in favor of the president.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
Right.
it was,
Like if it's like, that's like the thing is like people don't want to see like either an inherent stupidity or an inherent evil,
yeah.
like in their government, and like this is gonna come out stupid and probably like not the way I want it to come out. Trump may very well be a gift to democracy in the sense that we can't really go back to not knowing shit and not giving a fuck about politics. We can't.
Right now, everybody knows
can't
that
do that
they
anymore.
have to care.
He's been probably the most transparent president we've ever had.
That's true.
Yeah. He's like, I mean,
Unintentionally.
yeah.
Unintentionally so.
I was watching this thing.
He can't hide how fucking stupid he is. He can't do it. Like he has a team.
I don't even know if it's
who are there
unintentionally
to
though.
tell him, "Hey, don't say the N-word," and
Right.
he'll do it. Like he'll do it like on national television.
He's like, it's whatever, you know.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I watched this thing that was talking about or not talking about. It was like this thing, I think it was a 4chan thread, and it was like unintentionally funny things that Trump's done on camera. And this one that I saw recently was like they were giving the coronavirus task force speech, and the lady giving the speech was like, well, you know, this is really serious. Like, I just had a mild pneumonia a week or two ago, and I'm still recovering. And as soon as she says that, Trump's eyes get huge, and he walks away.
Like, that's the thing. I wish he wasn't such a shitty person because he's objectively hilarious. Like,
Right.
he's objectively funny. But, like, he's really, like, he runs the country. Like,
Yeah, that's
he can't make like obvious blithe decisions like that when it comes to like foreign policy and like, you know, disastrous fucking trade wars that have like ruined the economy and like dismantling the FDA and the CDC in hundreds of ways that will take decades possibly to repair.
Mm-hmm.
And
I want to just watch one of his speeches and see how many times he says tremendous, because he says it in every sentence.
Yeah.
And I've watched like maybe an hour and a half of all these task force things that he does every fucking day, and he cannot say a sentence and actually have any meaning in that sentence. It's just him like saying words and not having actually any point to make. Like, I don't understand how he does it though. It's an art. Like, he's figured it out. Like, he puts together sentences that don't say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works.
It's like when he answers a question, he tends to
works his way around it, like
around the subject. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's magical.
Pull this up. Can I pull it up?
Uh-oh. What's happening? Oh.
This is what it was.
Oh, yeah. I can't hear it.
Yeah, dude. He's like, I'm out.
And then he walks right back. He's like, we're good.
Yeah, well, like this. Like, he's a perfectly fine personality, but plenty of shitty people are. Like, you know, it's just
the cadence he has is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has comedic timing.
Fucking lumbers away.
No, actually, I think the funniest thing that's happened during this whole thing was that lady that was giving the speech, and she goes, "The best thing to do is keep your hands and fingers away from your eyes, nose, and face."
And she
And then
licks
she-
her finger.
Yeah. She made a good point, though. You're not supposed to pay attention to that. You're supposed to just listen to what she's saying.
Yeah.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Electric boogaloo.
True.
I guess this whole fucking Cuomo's trying to ban cigarettes for like 6 months or something, which is completely not a smart idea, I would say. Like, I get the justification, but there's probably more cons than there are pros to that.
I mean,
I just want to see his nips.
yeah, true. Danny just wants to see his nips.
Yeah, are they pierced or what?
Yeah,
Definitely.
I think he's just got to eat nips. I think he's got 4 nipples on each nip.
Yeah, he's got 6 tits like a dog.
Good old Andy 8 nips over here. But back on the cigarette thing, like, I don't know. As someone who is addicted to nicotine, I will say, like, I would kill for cigarettes to be illegal for a little bit. Like, I would kill to not be able to have them.
Right.
You know, like,
I guess, but I think people I don't know. I think people would start doing some shit to try and get cigarettes. Like, you'd start seeing some not good stuff.
yeah,
a lot of people would be going to the Indian reserves.
A lot of
Sure,
people would start
yeah.
an OnlyFans account.
which, like, honestly, like, yeah, I mean, I already started one. But yeah, no, I mean, like, that might be a good thing, like a little bit of like Indian reservation like stimulus and a little bit of like helping the sex workers, like that might be a good thing. But also, like, I don't know. I think he's not gonna do that because he gets a lot of kickbacks from tobacco companies. So, like, I doubt very much that it'll be.
Yeah, I don't buy it. Like, I get why
enough,
he wants to do it.
He has enough people around him that are like, no, we really have to support big tobacco because vaping is like a big competitor right now. So, like, I doubt very much that
It's weird
he'll
too,
do
like,
anything like that until it's way too fucking late.
Some of the tobacco companies have like a good portion of shares in a bunch of vaping companies. Like, I know that Juul is like partially owned by Marlboro, I think.
Yep.
It's like they have like a 33% like share in it.
Yeah.
And it's
At
like,
this point,
yeah,
they
it's
probably
probably
have to,
smart.
yeah.
Yeah.
But, like, as far as like public health goes, like, we need to do that. Like, that needs to be a policy, at least as far as there's a state of emergency in effect. Like,
I think people should just be smart enough to quit smoking themselves if they're concerned about not dying, right?
No, I feel like smart enough isn't a fair thing to say. Like,
no one's really smart enough. That's the problem.
The AP, yeah, no one's smart enough to just kick addiction.
Okay, here's
Addiction
the solution. We consider tobacco distribution to be a non-essential thing.
Yeah.
And then, so, like, it'll just eventually run out in stores.
But then do you also say that alcohol is not essential as well when you do that? Because
Yes.
No, it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the
okay,
justification
but,
was
like,
that it was like there was people like alcoholics were going to take up hospital beds was the justification. But like you could see people relapsing from like a lack of fucking cigarettes, and the same thing can happen.
That's that's a difficult call too. Do you say, like, do we put distributors out of work, or do we put like the relationship between retailers and the holders of their of the deeds of their like commercial properties? Do we put strain on that relationship? You know,
I mean, look, they don't
So
want to
it's
close anything else down. I mean, the economy is like struggling as it is. The more things they can keep open, the better.
Yeah, because they're rich and they control everything. Like, it's money. That's
Right.
all it boils down to. Like, you know, he like Cuomo and like all these other politicians, they can make a big show about giving a fuck about whether or not we live or die, but like we got to this estimated like 100 to 200,000 person like model because of really bad policies that don't take the average poor person, the average working person into consideration.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, I got offered $1 raise, and I told Jake this last night, or $1.25 raise in Country Max gift cards.
You take the gift cards, right?
In gift cards?
Yeah, in gift cards. So I took
What a
that.
steal, dude.
Are you spending that money on like manure to put into a trebuchet to like hurl directly at your manager?
That's what I would
Like-
do, yeah. Or I'd
That's-
just save it all for a bunny rabbit or something, you know?
Dude, that's
Steal a little money.
It's a free bunny, dude.
You gotta have something
Like,
soft to like
you're
stroke
like,
on your deathbed. For
if you
sure.
do that, you're essentially getting paid in rabbits. Like,
Yeah.
That's true.
Pay me in
He
livestock.
just buys rabbits. He puts it all back into fucking rabbits.
It's just a weird, like they're
one
just
to
like,
keep and the rest for meat.
they're basically telling
like-
you like, hey, just give us our money, like just give us our money back as long as like,
Yeah.
just put it back into our store.
Just be like, no, I want Country Max shares. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I should say that.
realistically,
I was-
like that's
Where-
like the what's that?
no, you go ahead.
Like the biggest thing is like, you know, like a lot of these corporate bailouts are like or at least the last coronavirus bill doesn't really take into consideration like company buybacks. Like a lot of these CEOs are they're gonna step down and they're gonna like buy back a lot of the like stock in those companies.
Right.
And then those companies are going to leverage that stock once the economy starts coming back up again. And
Yeah.
it's just going to consolidate more power in the hands of people who have more money.
Oh,
I
also,
want you to keep explaining that because you understand how the economy works way more than I do, and I don't know what that meant at all.
yeah. What are
I don't know about
finances?
that, but like, you know,
Okay, like people that work for a company like a CEO cannot buy stocks in the company.
Right.
So, like, what the CEO will do is while they still have a ton of money, they'll leave the company, they'll step down as CEO, buy stock in the company because right now stock is low. Like, because the economy's gone to shit as a result of coronavirus.
That's why you've seen a shit
But
ton of
it's
CEOs
always
step
going to
down.
go back up after a pandemic like this.
Yeah.
Assuming the company survives in general, it will go back up.
Right.
Yep.
So they're going to invest a bunch of that money, which has not changed as a result of them, the coronavirus. The dollar hasn't changed significantly. They'll buy it now, and then once the stock goes back up, they can sell that stock back at its new price and
Mhm.
make a shit ton of money off of it. So they
Yeah, I
are
know.
going to be making shit tons of money off of people dying, basically.
I mean, that's the thing. If you're gonna play the stocks, it's like you got to pick a good spot right now to jump in. Now it's like confusing too because it's probably only gonna dip down more for a little while.
Yep.
But right before it starts going up is when you want to hop on that train. And why are you looking jaundiced right now?
Nah, it's green. Jaundice is yellow.
Oh,
I think that anyone who like expects that they can predict the market, like as the market is in flux, is an absolute fucking idiot.
yeah. That's the whole thing. That's the whole stock
And-
market, though.
Like, but CEOs like this, like companies like this, people who have like inside information like this, they're not predicting the market, they're controlling it.
Right.
Yep.
They're not anticipating change, they're creating it.
Yeah.
So it's like we're not talking about like, you know, your average Joe fucking schmo who happened to like find fucking oil on his property. We're talking about people who like have direct stakes in publicly traded companies. The average person who owns stock in these companies, they're not fucking like they don't have a whole bunch of money in the stock market. It's not
Right.
it's not like you can throw $1,000 into the stock market like at its low right now, and then like, you know, when it starts going back up, you're gonna be fucking set for life. Like, fucking no. Like
Yeah.
that's like
You should try it though.
You're
Definitely try it.
you're fucked. Like you throw $1,000 like, which is like, you know, more than the average person has saved. You throw $1,000 in the fucking market right now, you know, a year from now when the market's recovered, you've got what, $1,200 fucking bucks?
Yeah.
Good job, buddy. So
It's so
like,
crazy to
you
me
know,
too
like,
to see
people
that. Like I always felt like people had more savings, and you're seeing now that like when people are out of work, that they don't have backup funds. Like they just don't have it.
Yep.
And I've always tried to just have a decent padding of a couple grand just in case something
Yes.
ever happens.
Mm.
So I thought everybody had done that, but like apparently you see that more people are living paycheck to paycheck than I thought.
Oh, I mean,
I tend to always have at least enough money to pay my next month. Like I'm always a month ahead.
Right.
Yep.
And
yeah, I try very hard to do that too, but a lot of people have like significantly more overhead than like you might
Right.
anticipate, you know?
yeah, I'm lucky that I'm like a 23-year-old single guy that lives across the street from where he works.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't have a car payment. I
You
don't
basically just pay for Pornhub Premium and
No, it's
Which
free.
he's not paying
It's
for.
actually
It's
free this month. Yeah.
Dude, getting Pornhub Premium. All right, let's talk about that for a second. Pornhub Premium is like watching porn for the first time all over again.
So divine.
It is absolutely
So
crazy.
good.
It is like you log in, I pull it up, right? And it's just like the first time you've ever like stumbled into Times Square. It's like, holy shit, look at all these signs and flashing lights and all these people. And then, or it's like the Toys R Us in New York City. Like it's got like 6 floors and a whole floor is dedicated
like,
to Nerf guns. And
is there like significantly more content, or is it better content, or like I don't understand.
I didn't know this until Pornhub Premium was free. So all the videos on Pornhub that are like published by the big companies, they're not actually the full video. Now,
Right.
you, Seth, would probably be like, well, I don't need the full video. I only need the 12. No, you want the plot development. You want like the nitty gritty stuff. You want like the act 2, because you're really only getting like half
Yo,
of act
dude, I
1.
love that context, dude.
Yes, dude. I love. I mean, and you know, I'm wicked into incest porn, so it's nice to have all the build up. You know.
Yeah, that's true. It gets
I mean,
there's
I'm
more
a big,
immersion.
I'm a big advocate for Bratty Sis Productions. Let me tell you,
No.
Sounds good.
dude, it's fucking amazing.
Plus it's HD.
I'll tell you, man. Like,
Yes,
I can't practice with Guanji right now because like everyone's like freaked out about the quarantine. I'm doing like Ethernet stuff, but a lot of it's like studio setup. But like, so like a good creative outlet, like for me right now, is I'm working on like a collage of like a photo collage of buttholes of Jake's face. It's actually fantastic. It's good work, you know. It's you know,
Right.
really get into the nitty gritty.
So you're saying you're jacking off way more, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
Also, why are you in a circus tent?
It's America. We're gonna make it great again.
But anyway, so Pornhub Premium has been great. Like it's dude, it's fucking wild. I can't even I can't even get over it right now.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
in
surprised you're
all
not on it right
actuality, I've spent maybe like 15.
He's just got it on mute, dude.
Like it's rolling right now.
Pants are off.
Yeah,
Goose
dude,
boots.
pants off. Yeah, I mean, you only see my shoulders up. Like not only are my pants off, but I've actually cut this sweater from like the nips down. So like when like my hands aren't above like the frame, I can tweak my nipple too. It's fantastic. It's really
Yeah, I don't
good.
know. There's not enough people that wear them like that, like cutoffs, like from the top, from the.
You know,
from-
like
Oh my god, I saw that one.
being genuine. I'm really enjoying the quarantine because we all get to interact more, specifically with, you know, Jake. We played a bunch of video games the other night. We played
Yeah,
Help
that's a lot of fun.
game.
Help me the game.
I'm still editing that one
Help.
down. I was telling Seth this and Wes. I had 2 hours and 43 minutes recorded. I cut it down to 45 minutes. And now I'm going to cut that down to like maybe 30 or 20. But I was talking to Wes about it last night, and the funniest bits were us trying to get the game running.
Yeah.
Like that was the funniest part.
Maybe I'll
Brian,
watch what I recorded, like, and maybe I'll play around with it and see what I can find. It's literally just us yelling help.
You leverage that into a game review, and like you really polarize the people that are watching it, and then you just turn into a game review channel, like just overnight. Like,
so Brian, we played Cry of Fear. You've heard of it, right? The horror game.
Yep.
So I've been doing this, like playing this game online co-op for like months now, because I recorded a playthrough of it over the summer and lost all the footage, but there's co-op. Yep. So we go to play it Saturday night, and I host the server, and all of a sudden we realize it doesn't work. So I'm like, well, what the fuck? So I type in how to do Cry of Fear multiplayer. We had to set up a Hamachi network to get multiplayer to work.
A Hitachi network?
Hamachi.
Hitachi.
So then...
Hamachi network.
Wes and I, because we were hosting the servers, we had to turn off all of our firewall and do all this sketchy shit so they could log in to our IP address to play the game. And then that also only worked like half the time. And you had to like log in with the command line in Steam, or like the Source Engine like command console.
Yeah, you hit tilde.
And then whenever we played, we played for like 2 hours. And every time we went to a new mission, most of the time, one of us got kicked or it just crashed. And
it was just not good. Like, let's just say that much.
Yeah, and I mean, it was still fun. It was fucking scary. Like, parts of it were actually scary. My favorite part was either the Idris Elba thing or when I was spawning a bunch of guys while you were trying to jump across the gap. But it was wild.
Yeah, I still don't understand the mechanics of that game at all. Like,
I'm honestly really pissed that the multiplayer sucks so hard, because the single player is really good. Like, I really enjoyed it. It was atmospheric, and there was like not world building, but there was like, it didn't just send you into a bunch of enemies. Like, you start the game off and you're like, you're trying to make your way home, and you have to go through this like apartment complex because the street's blocked off, and you know, it's and then it gets like scarier from there. But you know,
I don't think it's meant for co-op.
Well, I was hoping that the co-op was just the single player campaign, but with 4 people. Because like the way
it's more like try to get this game to run for 3 hours and play for like 20 minutes.
But like in my head, I was like, man, this single player campaign would be sick, because there's like, you know, it's not like a point A to point B. It's like a point A and then it's branched off, and then point B. Like, you have to get all these steps done. So I was like, oh, that'd be sweet. Like, each one of us does a different thing to get to the next objective, instead of having one person do all the things.
It was not as good in practice as it was in theory.
It's actually the most meta horror game, where it's like you enjoy the fuck out of like the single player game, and then like, you know, it subverts your expectations. Like, you're like, oh, it's gonna be great as multiplayer. There's multiplayer here. Oh shit, we got to do that. And then like it's purposely bad. Like, so it's like a meta horror game. Like, you have to deal with the fear of humiliation.
I'm still very disappointed, but I'm glad we still had fun.
Yeah, it was still fun. You guys just gotta play Destiny 2 more. That's all. No, I mean, but don't. Like, don't. Like, it's like really fucking like addicting if you enjoy it, and like
I stopped.
Don't think less of me if you don't.
I stopped playing Destiny 2 when the DLC came out, like the Forsaken or whatever.
Yeah,
because I played it. I mean, I like the first one a lot more. I didn't really care for the second one at all.
Yeah, it's just one of those games where like as soon as you start investing in your character, you don't wanna, like, you feel like you've put a bunch of time into the character, and you're like, I don't really want to stop now. And then it turns into like a chore almost to play every day.
Yeah, well, I've had a lot of people say the same thing to me. I've like one of my buddies, like James. He's like, he used to be like all about Destiny, and then like you know, when I started getting into it, I was like, hey, dude, you want to play some Destiny? I just got into it. It's free to play now. And he's like, yeah, kinda. I don't know. I don't like my games being chores. And that's where I'm at now. So it's like, that's not a good model. But I don't know.
That's why Wes and I stopped playing Counter-Strike. We got wicked into it again for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then we were realizing like we're only playing the game to get into a higher matchmaking skill level, just to get to a higher matchmaking skill level, and it's like we're not having fun, and we're like on the second or third lowest tier.
Yeah, like the game should make you want to play, not make you have to play, basically.
Yeah,
or feel like you
that's
have to
my problem
play.
with Rocket League too. Like I remember when Dan and I were really into playing Rocket League, or like when the three of us used to play all the time, and that was fun. And then it became like, oh, you're only doing competitive matchmaking if you want to play this game, because otherwise it doesn't feel worth your time.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, most of the time when I play it, I just play it for fun now. I barely ever play ranked. Like, it's just that game's just kind of fun anyway. So
yeah, that's what I'm really thinking about Insurgency Sandstorm. Was the co-op is just fucking great, like just fucking around, and
we played. You don't have to play competitive, right?
We played. No, I don't like competitive for or PvP. I like the co-op mode. It's just like I said last night. It's like a tactical Warzone version of Terrorist Hunt with objective, and that's all I need. Is fucking me and the boys to get on. We all pick a different class, and we're just dropping.
Shoot brown people. Yeah.
You shoot brown people, and sometimes you shoot white people. Sometimes you shoot women. Like, it's great.
Yeah, that's true, actually. You don't fire until you see the whites.
Now, I'm hoping
the 3 categories: brown people, white people, women.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
there's no brown women.
The 3 genders.
It's only white women.
As it were. Only white women.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Like I want them to make Insurgency Dallas, where you just spend the game like shooting people that are living in their own houses.
Yeah, Dallas the game, like Dallas PD. Like,
I don't know. I'm not into it.
Dallas PD, the ultimate fucking windowsill shooter simulator. Jesus Christ.
I want like Insurgency.
That's the most fucked up thing I've ever heard, but also
I want Insurgency Dylan Roof edition.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Nah,
you don't want that.
Might,
I promise you don't want that. You do not want that showing up in your Steam catalog. Like,
is
you
it
don't
a Christchurch game?
Yeah, it would be the Christchurch. No, Christchurch was New Zealand. He was Charlottesville.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Wait, Dylan Roof was Charlottesville? I thought he was the guy that was shooting people from the roof.
No.
What?
What?
That would make sense.
Roof?
Yeah, I thought it was a nickname.
No. Hold on. That was Texas University.
Like the Black Bandits.
Why do you guys know so much about shooters?
You got the wrong.
No, Dylan Roof was Charleston.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Charlottesville was Heather Heyer. She was hit by a car.
Charlottesville was the guy. He had the Dodge Charger and he rammed it through a group of protesters, right?
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's I feel like I feel like I can be forgiven for that mistake for sure.
I don't think anybody's mad at you for confusing that.
I'm pretty pissed.
Well, unless you like unless
yeah,
you
no. That guy
someone that was there was mad at him.
Somebody's mad, yeah.
Yeah, Charles Whitman. He's the dude that like went with like a carbine and like hung out in like the bell tower.
Yeah.
Good for him.
I think there was a Bill Hicks joke about that.
Bill Hicks.
Yeah,
See,
Alex Jones.
I don't know. I feel like I should know Bill Hicks before I should know Dylan.
Oh my God, you would love Bill Hicks. Are you serious?
If you know who Alex Jones is, it's the same guy.
Bill Hicks is like
dead, right?
Bill Hicks died.
No, he's Alex
Jones.
Jones.
I hate his fucking guts.
Because he died of cancer?
No, because he's Alex Jones.
Yeah,
Did you miss the Alex Jones joke?
I don't like Alex Jones anymore. I feel like that character outwore his welcome.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like part of it was like a character, and part of it actually was because he was on like maximum PCP and herbal supplements.
Yeah.
Like,
I want to see, like, I do want to like watch InfoWars just to see like the crazy shit he's saying about the virus, because I haven't heard anything about it really.
it's
Because he's always fun to listen to, just because
it's definitely the Jews. That's like his
well, yeah, I figured it was the Jews in the first place.
the globalist
Globalist.
Jews.
They're
turning
George
the
Soros.
freaking frogs gay. Like
Interdimensional
freaking
child
interdimensional
molester.
vampires, child molesters.
Yeah, it's mostly George Soros though.
It's always George Soros. It's
Yeah.
always George Soros.
It is. I say we just get rid of him. Just get rid of George Soros, then all the problems are solved.
Yeah.
Then there's no more gay frogs.
I feel like kill every billionaire like is probably a good idea. Yeah.
I wonder how much fucking money Amazon's making right now. They got to be off the
Oh,
charts.
Too fucking much. It's way too much for what they're
Probably
paying.
less than
I like this one.
Health insurance companies?
well, like so they're actually like they're not shipping a lot of different items. Like they're just it's just like things that are considered essentials. Everything else is being like delayed or like they'll put it as like a low priority shipment. So they're probably losing money off of that.
Stop that. Like I feel like they've I don't know, they've established such a monopoly on the service that they
yeah.
offer.
Yeah,
That,
it already
like,
was doing
it's-
so much money though. Like
It's to a point where it's like this is nothing to the people who like, you know, to the shareholders of the company. This is
Right.
The thing that bugs me about Amazon is that you'd think, and I know that this is very, wishful thinking, but you would think that a company that makes that much money would at least try to treat their workers better. Like it's 2020.
Yeah.
Like someone was striking like within this past week at one of their like warehouses or whatever.
Yep.
I think it was like on Staten Island or whatever, the new one. And like they got fired from their job for going on strike.
Yep.
For all of this.
yeah, because
Well,
I think they feel like they can just
fired him
replace somebody.
They fired him before the strike. They fired him like because he was organizing. So it's like at this point, like they're setting a legal precedent where like you can be fired just for organizing your coworkers to collectively bargain.
I thought
So
that
it's
was
like-
illegal.
It is.
I'm sure
but
it
it
is.
doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
That's the punchline. That's like
That's
it is illegal. Like,
Yep.
but like the thing is, like companies like this, companies that are literally so fucking massive that they can like practically buy the entire GDP of like at least 3 states in the United States. Like companies that are that massive, do you think like it fucking matters to them what's legal? And Jeff Bezos himself, like incredibly solipsistic vision of like, oh, I'm gonna bring people to space and we're gonna colonize like space and we're gonna live on the moon or some shit, and Earth is gonna be converted into like a national park, and we're all just gonna live in fucking space stations. And
I mean,
meanwhile,
if we go to the moon-
It's a refusal to admit that we need to make changes on our own planet
Mhm.
to positively impact the way that we live here.
Mhm.
So like they'll just put as much money as they can towards going to a different planet so we can do the same thing there.
Yeah, it'd be really nice if, like, coming out of this whole quarantine thing, people start to realize, like, hey, let's try and do stuff like to not damage the earth as much. But you know it ain't gonna happen.
Mhm.
Like right now, everybody's reflecting on it and being like, oh yeah, we kind of do fuck with shit, but we don't want to change our way of life. Basically,
Yep.
why would we do that?
Yeah.
People don't look to the future. Really, is the problem.
It can really only go one of two ways. and either like the people with the most money consolidate all of the power at the top and basically allow the worst ecological disasters to affect the poor to such a point where like the like higher racial or status classes become like so eager to accept whatever doctrine comes down that they think might save them that we find ourselves in some sort of eco-fascist dystopia, or like we as like a lower class and the lower classes do something now and like actually start fighting against like these establishments.
I don't think that that's eco-fascist. I think that's just fascist.
Oh yeah, no. I mean like fascism in the sense where it's like, you know, the Nazis were fascists, but they weren't like, let's stop global warming. Like, let's do something so that we can like ecologically sustain ourselves, or like so that we can like find ourselves within an ecological niche so that we can move forward. Like eco-fascist in the sense that like the crisis gets so bad that the only other option is fascism. And like that's like the thing that the Christchurch shooter like cited. He was like, you know, like ecological disaster is coming. And I think that the lower classes or the lower race, you know, black people, like should be eliminated to cull the herd so that we don't take up necessary resources for white people.
Those are your words, not mine.
So that's eco-fascism. You know,
Right.
that's kind of the situation we're finding ourselves in now. That's why, like, that's a lot of the reason why Trump is rising to power, because people are sensing that things are fucking different now.
Yeah.
You know, like
we need. Where's the Lord?
Scary.
Where's the Lord when we need him? You know what I mean? That's
the Lord.
what we need.
Yeah, we need the Lord, dude.
It's
you know?
bullshit. I don't know why he doesn't show up. He never shows up. That's what's weird, and everybody still buys it.
Dude, this is literally. So this is just my own superstition talking to me. But yesterday at work was probably the worst day I've had since I started working in the ER. Just with all the shit literally happening, like literal shit.
That's not good.
And I got home, and the first thing that I see when I get home is my St. Christopher necklace sitting on my desk. And I was like, that's what happened. I didn't wear it. I wear it every day. I wear it all the time.
Oh, the Lord wasn't with you.
Nope.
Yeah, dude.
You
had to have the Lord with you, dude.
And also with you.
Good point.
Yeah, you got to get the Lord with you, man. You got to get in Christ's good graces.
Yeah.
You know,
release the force.
Your Hail Marys. And you know, go to church so you die quicker.
We're all gonna be there Easter Sunday.
It's gonna get rough soon. It's gonna get real rough.
Easter Sunday, dude. That's when we're all gonna be back to normal.
All back to church.
Yeah, everyone go back to church on Easter.
Just open churches on Easter is what I say.
Yeah. Only
get all
church.
those people sick. Yeah. Yeah. Then we'll see what the Lord has to say. What's he doing? He's doing something. He's scheming something up. I can see it. Oh no.
Oh god.
Oh no.
It's live.sid.
Holy shit.
Here we go.
Is it Vinnie?
Who's on the line?
Is it Wes?
Oh, you're lying.
It's Vinny.
Is it Vinny? I knew it was Vinny.
Where am I?
I can't see you.
Live.sid.
Oh, there he is.
He's just in a little circle up in the corner.
Are you in a
Where are you, Vinny?
Can I be in the middle? No.
There you are. I see you.
Why is he just a little circle?
I don't know. He's the
You gotta
caller.
drag him into the Punnett square.
Nah, don't worry about him.
That's true. Drop him.
Yeah.
True Texan fan right here, guys.
Oh, I see him. There we
that's
go.
not the Texans. That's the Rangers, Vinny.
Oh shit! Well, the Texas Rangers.
Houston PD represent.
Are you shirtless underneath that? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no!
Woo!
We're
The
really out
Rangers
here
suck.
coining.
Fuck the Rangers.
Yeah,
We're gonna see the coin man.
three so far. COVID-19.
Shake drops. Oh no!
Uh-oh, Jake's on hold. What's
There you
happening
go.
now?
Did you guys plan this? I feel like this is. I
No,
feel like
he
Vinny
just-
needs to be a recurring character now.
No, I think Jake went rogue.
He needs to be the swiper of the show.
He put on his prison jacket.
I put on my dad's baseball.
Coin man, no coining.
Yeah, I got work in the morning.
That's true.
I see that
Vinny's
Mike Trout
essential.
number.
Wait, Mike Trout was 27.
He's just whatever you want it to be, because he's Mike Trout.
What is that? Was that a skull? I don't know. It looked vaguely like a lawn gnome, like a glass lawn gnome.
That was a skull.
Okay.
Oh, Jake, you like this?
No button her up.
Oh my God!
Oh, it's the Lord.
It's it's the Lord.
Yeah, I do lines off this.
Thank
thing.
God.
So the Lord is here.
Look how fucking
Lord and Savior. You're going nowhere.
Wow, glad we got to see that.
Actually, I could
Yeah,
just put
really
on
really something to see. You should take that at Antique Roadshow.
Where'd he go? What is that?
What?
What the fuck happened?
That would actually be. I feel like that would be like a really good niche YouTube show where we just find random bullshit that we know is worthless and we deliberately waste the people's time at Antique Roadshow. Like,
Oh, of course.
We gotta try really hard to make it seem like it's not worthless, though.
yeah. Oh no. I mean, for sure. Like,
I feel like that's most YouTube channels though, just like useless content. You know what I mean?
oh,
We
wicked
could
dumb.
call it-
Like, it's all reactionary bullshit. It's really fucking stupid.
Yeah, that's what we're
But,
doing.
like, yeah, exactly like that.
Yeah.
But,
Vinny, why do you have a Texas Rangers jersey?
He doesn't know what that is.
you
What did
eating
he
an
say?
orange right now?
It's
Huh?
a clementine.
You fucking with a clementine right now?
Mm-hmm.
Good man.
Gotta keep my vitamin C up.
Right.
That's a good idea. Actually, I should probably have an orange.
Yeah.
I gotta
I think
have
there's
like a
so
good
lot of
like
oranges.
orange to beer ratio. I don't.
Dude, when I last time I was over at Christy and Zach's, they had like a big like platter dish full of those the tiny ones that you can peel with your fingers.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Clementines, yeah. I had like 7 of them. Like they're so good.
Yeah, they're easy
Yeah.
to put down for sure.
Yeah.
get a dick shot.
They're smooth drinking oranges.
So Vinny, what's got you laughing today?
What's got me laughing today? Oh, Jesus Christ. Not much. I'm back at work. COVID
No, what's
free.
got him lapping?
Lap.
Yeah, lapping like a dog.
Yeah, what makes you do laps?
Well, my new name's Vinnie Quarantino.
Okay,
I accept it.
very
Okay.
cool.
But
That's the joke.
That's the joke.
I don't have much else besides
Drinking
that.
quarantinis.
You just
That's all I got.
eating oranges.
We could talk about
Oranges.
Yeah.
I was pretty sketched out on that cruise. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, tell some
Yeah,
stories about the cruise.
Yeah. Oh, it's Tales of the Cruise.
You went on a cruise?
He went on
Yeah.
a cruise right as it was happening.
Yeah.
Like right as it was coming to America, he goes on a cruise.
Nah.
I mean, that's the time to do it.
It was already
I gotta-
paid for, and it was right before literally days before it hit America when I got back. It was still contained in China. Well, not really contained because I think there were cases here, but not many.
There were cases here when you left, because I was like, fuck, Vinny's dead. Vinny's going to get trapped on that boat.
Bring back baby! Like, ow. Like,
Here's the worst part about it, though. So I go on the cruise ship, and you have to, you go to your room, get your luggage or whatever to your room. Then you have to report to your assigned, number. And somebody that works there, obviously, tells you, the emergency, if you have to use the lifeboats or whatever, and how to use the life preserver. So I went to Station 6, and I'm not even shitting you. This lady passed out right in front of me.
Oh, yeah.
It goes, it feels hot in here. Does it feel hot in here to anyone else? Walked 5 feet in front of me and just went.
Did she come back or?
Yeah, she was on the ship still, 5 days later.
Vinny, you need to get tested, dude.
I did.
You did get tested? Okay.
Yeah, I came back negative. I
Oh,
did.
Man.
It's
Jesus
worse.
Christ.
It gets worse.
Oh.
So this was a brand new cruise ship. So it was nice, but the shit was sketchy because one night after doing the dance club thing they have late at night, there's one restaurant that's open. So it wraps around. It's probably if I'm sitting here across there, on the other side is probably maybe 100 feet from me, but it looks down on the main, where they have the screen and the stuff inside. It was 12:30 a.m. and I'm eating my shit. I'm eating my fucking corned beef sandwich, whatever the hell I had, and French fries. I'm drunk as fuck, but I'm looking over, and I have a video of it too, not of the actual situation, but afterwards. This guy, I just hear a collapse, and I look over, and this guy collapsed on the ground.
So it sounds like there was a lot of people collapsing.
And I'm like, what the fuck is going on this ship right now?
I mean, it is a cruise. They're probably just drunk.
Yeah, they get dizzy quick out there.
When this shit's going on, it's sketchy as fuck. So they help this guy onto a wheelchair and wheel him away. And then I watch one of the guys that actually works on the cruise ship clean up his area where he was laying down with paper towels and stuff. Mm. And then he continues to take those paper towels and put them up on the counter where people eat and then wipe the counter down. And I'm just did anybody else just see that? Or just me? And nobody was everyone was just ignoring me, of course, I'm drunk.
That's good stuff. I like that.
And then the last island we were supposed to go to, I wake up to an announcement saying, "Hello, ladies and gentlemen, we can't port at the Grand Stirrup Cay today due to weather." And I'm like, bullshit.
Yeah.
We got the corona.
Yeah.
I really thought, it was sketchy. By day 4, I wanted to get off.
Yeah. That's so fucked up, dude. I mean, cruise ships are a fucking hotbed for all sorts of foreign contagions. Honestly, it's fucking insane. You pack 200 plus people into a fucking a hotel and then bring it to another continent. That's fucking insane to me.
It never made any sense to me.
3,000 people. The cruise ship was unbelievably big. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, my family went on a cruise last February. They had a lot of fun, but I could never do it.
You better know how to swim if you want to get off of there.
Who's the comedian that has the rant about cruises? Is it Bill Burr?
It's Bill Burr.
So. Yeah.
No, you know what's funny about comedians? Because they had 2 comedians on the cruise ship. I went to it the first night and it was subpar. It was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then we ran out of shit to do, so I go to it the 3rd or 4th night. It was the same exact set to a T.
But it killed.
Yeah, it did. And I was sitting there are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God. Never again.
It was Two Bears, One Cave. They were talking about how one of Bert Kreischer's first gigs when he got big, was doing Carnival cruises for like 2 or 3 months. And apparently that's like a death sentence for a comedian because they can lowball you because you're getting a free cruise on top of like the comedian, the show.
Yeah,
oh, what a deal.
But I mean, they were talking about a guy, one of their comedian friends that's like really talented that they started off with. That's what he does. He just does comedy shows and live shows on cruise ships, and he just cruises around the world all year for free.
Well, it's like a residency, basically, is all it is. It's like if you do one in like New York, if you find a spot where you're playing a show, X number of times a week at the same venue, it's like you basically just make a deal with the venue.
Part of me feels like a residency is really only worthwhile if you're in Vegas.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like you're kind of like you're performing the same set to the same people for an extended.
Well, I know a lot of like the older comics do that, like Foxworthy or something. Like once they're like done with their like big tours and shit, they'll just do residencies.
Yeah. It's just kind of, I don't know. Like I guess if you're a starting musician or a starting comedian, like it's probably not a good idea to take a contract like that, because it's like you're not like you're losing the initial impact of like someone seeing your acts for the first time, and like you're also risking like those same jokes falling flat multiple times. After a certain, like the audience is just gonna feel fucking harassed by you. Like
that's a good thing.
Like
I love that every time Jake goes idle, it's just Bud Dwyer.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a surprise for you guys. It's gonna take a second, but I just got it in the mail today. So on this cruise, it probably has fucking COVID-19 on it. But anyway,
it's got one of the COVIDs for sure.
What
happened to the first 18 COVIDs? Where'd they go?
That was the last 18 years.
Didn't it originate like before? Didn't they find it before like 2019 was over?
Yeah.
Isn't that what
maybe.
19?
Well, the coronavirus is so many different things, but like this one specifically became something like that was like as terrible as it is. Because like the common cold is considered under the family of coronavirus.
Right, yeah. So.
But anyway.
Honestly, it's like kind of fucked up that we've been calling it coronavirus this whole time. Like even in like the mainstream media, it's like, oh, it's coronavirus. It's
well, you should call it the Chinese virus.
It's like we're not really classifying that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. You should
coronavirus in general. Yeah. But no, so there's an art exhibit gallery that was like the most snottiest fucking people I've ever met in my life. That show up drunk, and I bid on one piece of artwork and I won it.
No shit.
I have it with me. It's actually still in my truck because it just got delivered today.
Well, go get it. What are you doing?
You guys.
Vinnie.
You guys my artwork that I got, and it'll take me a minute because I gotta go up to my truck and get it.
Painted by a like small Guatemalan girl for 25 cents.
Yeah. It's called Bold and Brash.
Yeah. But it's gonna be a first on Clear Shots podcast. The unveiling, is that the word, unveiling?
Yeah. The reveal.
Yeah.
The Clear Shots reveal
of the hidden artwork from the Norwegian Encore. So I'll be back.
He's gonna.
I gotta take a $5. I will be back shortly.
Everybody's gotta go.
Yeah.
Everyone's gone. Everyone's leaving us.
Well, it's a drop in, drop out co-op game is basically what this is. So now we got, let's see, now it's just us. Now we can talk shit about those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Jake, dude, right?
Yep. Oh my God. So my PlayStation's been pissing me off. It keeps throwing the disc out at me, dude. It's been doing it for like 4 days.
What?
It keeps ejecting. And it's like completely off in like standby mode, and it keeps throwing them out.
Huh.
And I've tried the stuff that it recommends on the thing, and I don't want to send it in to get fixed. Like, I don't want to pay for that. Like,
right.
I don't know. Fuck, it sucks.
Does it do that when it's on though, or just when it's off?
It doesn't do it when it's on. Only when it's in like standby.
So just never leave a disc in there.
It's weird because like the only physical game I ever have in there is the show. Everything else is digital basically.
Yeah.
So like I just want to leave that disc in there, and it's just like nope, don't do that.
All right, are you guys
What? No, we're talking about PlayStation 4.
okay? Let me know when you're done.
All right, we're done.
Okay. So here it came in a tube.
Okay, it's in a tube.
You never want to put it in a tube.
Don't open that up because it's probably got coronavirus in it.
Yeah,
It's probably got the universe in it.
Right.
Gainsborough Street, Fernandale, Minnesota.
Okay. Don't. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, don't. Okay.
Man, they really got this packaged up.
Okay.
Oh, I used my
Right.
teeth.
And then
But yeah,
drum
so-
roll.
Actually, so the art gallery too. While I'm opening this up, it had a auction it had an auction every couple days, but it also had like a piece of artwork you could guess on the price, the weight, and I actually probably won one, but I didn't wake up enough to or wake up early enough to
Wake up enough.
to go to it.
Those things are probably both accurate.
Yeah.
So it was this elephant statue, and you had to guess the weight. And I asked the lady later on that day what the weight was, and I can't remember exactly what it was, but my guess was 6 ounces off.
That's pretty good. So it's like the bubblegum game where you gotta guess how many
But I
bubblegums.
cheated because I actually lifted it up. I lifted it up, and she goes, "You're not supposed to do that." I go, "Oh, well."
Yep. Vinny knows his weights.
How's my hair looking? Thick?
Jesus Christ! Wow, this is just thin.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Rip it.
It looks thick but a little bit flat. You been wearing a hat or some shit?
Yeah.
oh shit, yeah. Good call.
This is the longest I'm growing my hair out because my dad for Christmas, when I was shaving my head all last year, my dad bought me a case of Head and Shoulders. So he bought me, I have it all in my bathroom, but.
What is this? What the fuck? What the fuck is this? That's not what I want.
He bought me 6 of these.
It's
Giant.
a lot.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
So I'm growing my hair
Oh,
out.
shit. Dude,
I think you got the wrong one.
What is it,
opened some-
empty?
So, I obviously live in Jake's dad's apartment, right?
Right. I can tell by the paneling, the wood paneling.
Yeah. All right. So this is a situation. So my permanent address I use as my parents' address. So they said it would come in a tube like this, right?
Yeah.
So my mom said, "Yeah, some tube thing came today. I'm guessing it's the picture that you won at the art gallery." And I didn't look at who it was shipped to or anything, but it wasn't me.
Is that Tony's?
No, this is supposed to get shipped to Albany Street in Oswego, and it's not even close to my name. But I didn't look because I just, no, I'm
You
not.
just broke the law.
Wait, I'm sorry. So
And we've
someone
got it
else,
on camera.
someone else got a poster.
No, I just got someone else's mail, but because it came in a tube thing, I thought it was. I figured it was because I haven't gotten it yet. I figured it was the artwork I was supposed to get back, and
Well, what's
So
the
where is it?
artwork? You just pulled it out. I mean, we need to see it now.
well, see, my parents live in Minetto on County Route 25, This is shipped to West Albany Street in Oswego. I won't disclose the name, but it's not my name.
Okay.
Text it to me. Text me the name.
So
I'm
I won't tell you. I won't tell you what I was supposed to get, but it wasn't this. Because when I do get it, I'll reveal it on the podcast.
Okay, but what did you get? Yeah.
So I wasn't expecting this at all.
I feel like this is a bit.
Wait.
What the fuck is that?
It says, "When we all fall asleep, where do we go?"
Okay.
And that's not what I was supposed to. It wasn't anything about that.
You're sure that's not it?
That's the Billie Eilish album.
Is it?
That's the name of it.
Oh,
Dude, I love Billie Eilish.
me
Vinny
too.
showed
I think she's dope.
Vinny showed her to me like 3 years ago, like whenever her first album came out.
Yeah.
Before Bad Guy. And I was like, yep, this chick's she's awesome. And she's just getting better. And I like her for the same reason why I like Lorde. They're not.
I saw that one. Saw it blind to frame.
They're not like pop star, like stereotypical pop stars.
They're trying to change the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they changing the game to shit. They changing the game.
How did
Do they sing any?
And this is gonna make me sound like a huge scumbag, but I found out why there were so many fruit flies. Last night when I was drunk, I bagged up all my trash because trash pickup is on Tuesday, and I bagged it up and I just left it in my kitchen, like all my garbage bags.
Classic.
I never took them. I never took them out.
That's
so that when I
exactly
went
why.
idle, that's when I was taking out all the trash. It was like 4 bags.
So you're sure that wasn't your poster?
It's the one he bought.
I don't get it.
Hey, so you know what's really upsetting?
What?
Oh my god, you're doing another one of these, ain't you?
Coronavirus. Tiger King.
Who's
Those are the
actually
only things I'm upset about right now.
Wait, who's watched Tiger King? Because I haven't.
I watched some of it. It's not great.
I'm never going to watch it.
Me neither.
What is?
It's dumb.
It's dumb.
They're delaying Wasteland 3 until the end of August. I pre-ordered this
sucks.
game like 4 months ago.
I wasn't gonna play it, but I think it sucks.
Yeah.
Right. Why don't you just watch Tiger King to take up the time?
No.
It's what everybody
I
else
should
is
probably
doing.
play Wasteland 2. Like I should probably beat Wasteland 2. I haven't done that yet. I started Dead Space. I was telling Seth I'm recording a Dead Space
Blaze playthrough.
Dead Space playthrough. And that game's actually terrifying as fuck. I've never really played it.
Yeah, mark that one down for the supercut of Jake saying things wrong.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was telling Seth about this. So I had a dream that we had this video that we put on the channel, and it's just a supercut of me mispronouncing things.
That'd be
Starting
good.
Sours Cream and Heaven Gate. Like, I was really upset because that dream was so real that like when I woke up, I went to the YouTube channel and I was like, I can't wait to finally finish this video, and then it wasn't real.
Right, yeah.
I
I don't know if I have that kind of time to look through all those episodes. What's interesting though is I put like a bunch of our episodes in GTA 5's like custom radio station thing. So I get in cars and it'll just play like random parts of episodes, which is fucking hilarious because like I forget certain parts of them and shit.
That's hilarious.
It's really funny. I also like because it's the only MP3s I have on my computer really. Also, I have an Abasis of Conviction on it too. So it's literally just an Abasis song once in a while, and then just clear shots for like hours.
It's Ashley's birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Woo!
So happy birthday, Ashley. You're probably listening to this. You're
Yeah,
pretty
she's
good for
watching it
26.
This is
What do we do? What do
Wesson.
we do? We do like a birthday shot or?
Yeah. Dude, this rum's wicked good. Shouts out to Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Mark. You're getting me drunk for free.
Oh, Brian doesn't really. I don't think he has a shot.
Got water.
No, Brian's gonna shoot up. We're gonna his video is gonna go dark and we're just gonna hear a belt tighten.
Yeah. And then is he
Here he
going to
goes.
get a belt? I swear, if he kills himself on this, I'm gonna be pissed.
Same.
That wasn't planned.
He's got it.
What the fuck? I'm out.
He just leaves. He walks out the door. Jake puts up Bud Dwyer again.
I think it's funny that it's Bud Dwyer because I always forget that. I heard you say that earlier.
Yeah, it's definitely him. I heard he shot himself, dude.
Did you know that? Okay, so I was reading that, or I always thought growing up that Bud Dwyer was actually innocent.
Budweiser?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he started that.
I grew up thinking that Bud Dwyer was innocent of the crimes that he was accused of, but it turns out that he was actually guilty. But there was another thing in the news going on, so that the story didn't really get much traction. So it was so much later.
Sort of like the coronavirus thing, right? Everybody has that conspiracy theory that like there's a bunch of other shit going on behind the scenes and the media's just talking about the virus.
Well, the big thing right now is the government is trying to remove encryption. They're trying to make encryption illegal. That's real.
That seems fair.
They're trying to make it. Have you read about this, Brian?
Nope.
I want Jake to come back because he definitely knows more than me about it.
Yeah. Well, he's in the circus tent.
He's taking
What did he say he was doing? Was he going to smoke a cigarette or something?
I don't remember. Oh, he joined.
Oh, he's back. Perfect. Hey, Jake, what do you know about the government trying to get rid of encryption on internet devices?
That's a really fucking bad idea.
Okay, so you do know about it because I literally, hang on. I just mentioned it.
You earn it, Bill.
I go, the government's trying to get rid of encryption, and I go, but let's wait for Jake to get back because he knows more about it than I do, and then you immediately joined.
It's really fucking bad, dude. It's not good. So basically,
that's usually what really bad means. Yeah.
Basically, it basically makes like end-to-end encryption from private providers completely unavailable in the foreseeable future. Basically, demands that all private companies create like an artificial backdoor into every message, every device that you send over the internet, so that the government and government agencies like the CIA and the FBI, I mean the CIA and the NSA, like, you know, a lot of those government agencies can already access like everything that you like type on your computer or whatever.
Right.
But, like, you know, law enforcement agencies can now basically like demand to have access to like all of like your messages, everything that you send online, everything, like every message that you send on your phone, every private message. Like, you basically can't send secret messages without like basically knowing that like law enforcement can read it at any time. It's good. It's ideal, you know, if you're like an authoritarian.
Good old police state.
Yeah, dude.
That's the thing that gets me,
deleted messages, right?
And what really bugs me is that America is this. America is a superpower, and a lot of these countries are going to see America doing this and be like, "Well, we should do this too." And then there's a lot of the economy, and most, if not all of it, is tied to American businesses and investors. So it pretty much like when what was that thing? SUPA? What the fuck was it called? It was this encryption bill that was a big thing a few years ago. that not only was it affecting America, but it was also affecting businesses that hire Americans, that work with Americans.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, so it's pretty much fucking the whole world.
Yeah.
SOPA.
I don't know the specifics. Yeah, okay, yeah, SOPA. Yeah, it was not good.
No. And
no,
my favorite thing is if you talk to certain people about this, the guy that I work with, I'm going to disclose, he's a diehard Republican, but he's still a fucking cool guy. It's just, he's annoying when he opens his mouth. But it's like, one of his things that he says, he goes, well, if you don't have anything to hide, why are you worried? It's like, that's not the point. It's like, why would, you know what I mean? Like,
I love when people say that.
Privacy.
I'm not doing anything wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
An executive branch, like the head of the nation, and like any like law enforcement is only as authoritarian as the powers that we give them. So like by writing this bill into power, you're basically giving the government carte blanche to interpret everything that you say to like be subject to scrutiny. So like, you know, you could say an off-color joke, you know, and end up like, I mean, we're not there yet, but like you could say an off-color joke and end up in prison for it. Like that's like
Right.
We're getting
Like-
close with Twitter though, man.
yeah.
Okay, so like let's say that you send like a lewd photograph to someone or
Like a
whatever,
dick. Like
and
a
it's just
dick.
like you do something that upsets someone in law enforcement. Like there's so many things already that's like you can make phone calls from someone else's phone number and like have it believably so. It's just like, so what's stopping them from sending a text message as your phone number
Yeah.
I can
to
feel
someone? So
Vinnie
it's just like,
breathing
okay,
on
so
me.
they send that lewd photograph to a child and you're on the sex offender list for the rest of your fucking life.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like you're not even necessarily worried just about like an authoritarian like actor. You're worried about like hackers who have access to this information, like, you know, former NSA agents who happen to like have gone rogue and like decide to be like a bad guy suddenly, like just hurting innocent people, or like
I mean,
like democratic like, you know, processes. Like it's not good.
I just feel like they don't need more power. You know what I mean? Like, do they really need more power?
Yeah, I mean, like, we should be writing laws to protect people. We shouldn't be writing laws to like punish. You know, a lot of the mindset with like criminal justice is not to like protect the public. The mindset is to punish people who have like committed crimes, and as we saw with like
To control people.
yeah, it's basically like a means of control and to create a
Sure.
narrative.
And
You
also,
know,
but I mean, there's also a certain amount of law and order that's necessary. So you do have to have control. It's just a matter of like, there's so many loopholes in the wording of some of these things that like people can take advantage of those.
Yeah, it's like how much power is too much power, and you know, it's unfortunate. I don't know who mentioned it. Somebody mentioned it that prompted this, but it's like, yeah, it seems convenient that it's like all this shit is going on. Well, like all this stuff behind the scenes is going on, and it's made public during this pandemic.
yeah. No, it's like, I mean, like, it's almost conspiratorial to suggest that there's not something going on. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, but that's like what this is right now. Like this, like you can see it like occur in real time. Like every day is another story about how like people with a ton of money or power are consolidating that power in like new laws that limit the power of other people to move up in their class, like that limits their class mobility. You know what I mean? So like it's not good.
I don't think there's ever enough of anything. Like even rich people are still working to make more money. I mean, that's just kind of the way people think.
The word working is doing a lot of work in that sentence. Like
Right.
That's not like, you know, it's you can't really call it work because it's completely unrecognizable as work.
It's delegated. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's delegating tasks or it's cutting things to like maintain profit, you know. And a lot of those tasks, a lot of like that intelligence is boiled down to data points they get from other people.
Sure. I mean, look at guys like Elon Musk that are running a whole bunch of different fucking things, and there's no way you can have a hand in all that shit at once. I mean, there's no way. I mean, you can delegate as much as you want, but like you can't have a ton of input in all of that shit. Like SpaceX, Tesla, Neuralink, all that shit. No.
I mean, Elon Musk doesn't have any fucking input in any of those companies. And like between you and me, like, and you know, your audience,
virtually everyone is watching.
Yeah. You know, like most of Elon Musk's ideas, they're not that good idea. Like, you know, like the loop. I just posted a video about it the other day. It's like it's basically like underground tunnels that like traffic moves through at 150 miles per hour.
Yeah, like Futurama.
And controlling for accidents like in a tube. Like basically what I'm saying is you don't want to put traffic in it.
You wouldn't want to put it in
like, well, it's also like elevators, like you can't stop something at like moving at 150 miles per hour to like reach an elevator. Like you're also like working with like hundreds of cars, or like
it's strange that he
90 cars an hour is what they're saying.
Right. Cheers, Vin.
Well, it's strange that he puts money into, like, he has these two contrary things where he has this tube fucking transportation system, but he also has Tesla, which one of them is just going to make the other one obsolete, right?
Yeah.
At some point. So is he just investing? Is he covering all his bases, or what's the idea there?
Tesla is a means to an end. He knows that Tesla is going to remain profitable, so that he can like put that money towards his other projects that he's actually more passionate about.
Yeah,
I think Tesla's the move. I think Tesla's the one that should take off.
What's
personally.
the big thing with Tesla cars?
But he doesn't think that. He doesn't care about Tesla.
They don't have car handles. They don't have fucking door handles.
The issue right now with Tesla is primarily that they fucking have they drive themselves, and people are getting into accidents because they're falling asleep or not paying attention to them. And there's like, I guess there's a precaution to it where you have to be touching the wheel or something like that. But people have found ways to get around it.
Yeah, I mean, Tesla's like a cool idea. Like, I mean, you know, we need to be moving toward like electric cars. Like,
I think so.
I mean, but also like we need to be moving toward like more public transit. Like that's what we need to be moving toward. Like it's vastly more efficient. It's vastly safer.
Well, so we can't use public transit right now because it's we gotta stay 6 feet away from one another.
You're gonna get sick.
Hey, opinion.
Trains, dude.
I keep hearing people argue that
like
everyone gets their own cart.
Wait, yeah, Vinny's got something to say.
Each one and I keep hearing this is the main argument that people keep coming to me with. And they say that, well, H1N1 kills this amount of people. H1N1. When did H1N1 ever fucking cause there to be temporary morgues in New York City?
Yeah.
It's part of the thing, though, is like people, that's part of that fucking conspiracy where they think it's just a democratic fucking, like.
I mean, Central Park has tents set up for people to get treated and for people's bodies to be stored.
Yeah.
It's a little fucking worse than
like,
H1N1.
They're releasing people from Rikers Island who have tested positive with coronavirus and hiring them at $6 an hour to build mass graves in New York City. Like, it's not even fucking comparable. And also, we had a CDC before. You know, when H1N1 was happening, we had a task force for this shit.
Right, there was a response team.
Well,
and not a president who was like, oh, this is no big deal. It's no, you know, it's whatever.
Well, that's another thing too, though, is people are saying like, oh, is it just a coincidence that he got rid of the response team and, you know, cut funding for CDC and then this thing happens?
I guess there's the other side to it, but I genuinely think that he's just morbidly incompetent.
Right. I was just gonna say that.
Okay,
there's so many dead fruit flies in my keyboard right now.
But it's just people, they always make this case like, oh, he made the stock market go up and now look at the stock market. He, you know, like I don't know, it just is contrary to all those things that are happening now because of it. But it's like you can't prevent this stuff. Like there's a reason. Like all this stuff happening doesn't have anything to do with that.
Here's how
It's just
stupid
it's
people are, though.
unfortunate that he's the guy that's in there right now.
So
Here's how
H1N1 in total killed 12,500 people.
Yeah,
in a
it's
year. In 1 year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people die from the flu every year too.
Well, we were freaked out about anthrax after 9/11 happened too. But like,
Banned?
you know, this is a significantly different thing. You know,
Well,
like,
okay.
you know, I mean, like, yes, there are crises that occur, but
The
we were
pandemic.
talking about like a
It's
government
fucked up.
that was prepared to handle it. You know.
Yeah, but here's how stupid people are. You got the Navy ship Comfort coming in New York City to port to help out. And you have hundreds of people rushing in crowds to take pictures of it. Like, in the crowd. I mean, how
That's
fucking-
what Joey Diaz was just talking about, that exact thing on the Joe Rogan Experience the other day. He was talking about how he believes in a higher power, and he goes, and this could have been sent as a wake up call, because we're right now as a people, we're obsessed with the self, and little by little people are going to be realizing, like, you don't fucking matter. Like, nature doesn't give a fuck about you right now.
I don't think it was sent as a wake up call. I just think it is a wake up call. Like it
Well,
wasn't the earth deciding like, oh hey, let's clean out some of these people. It was
Well, you want
just
to hear what the fucked up thing is that nobody's talking about? I was just talking about this at work. Actually, two things. One thing is we found out yesterday, we had a meeting yesterday morning, that people are dying so fast from the virus just in the state of New York that every 8 seconds somebody dies
Mhm.
from the virus. But that's besides the point. Actually, the second thing, out of 3 now, I added one. It was in parentheses. The amount of people in the county that were confirmed, like confirmed cases, doubled since yesterday. We had 8 when I went into work yesterday. We had 19 today at 3 in the afternoon.
Mhm.
So it's
You're wicked not flattening the curve.
It's gonna get
No.
worse.
It's really
97 people died in 7 hours in New York.
You know what nobody's talking about is the locust swarm that's terrorizing Africa right now.
Oh no, I've read about this.
We were talking about this the other night.
It's fucking biblical.
It's yes, dude. Yes. It's
Someone
literally
stole the slab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the goat's blood out. Put
It's
the
a-
goat's
I'm
blood on your
getting
door.
mallet. Like,
apparently the swarm of locusts, the mass of it is almost half the size of Manhattan. And I don't know if you know what locusts are, but they're like giant grasshoppers that
Yeah,
just
they're the guys from Gears of War.
yeah.
Swarms of them.
But that shit's it is biblical, dude. You get plague, you get pestilence, or wait, locust.
Listen, I don't want to harp on the leftist thing here too much, but you know who had fucking policies that would have really fucking helped with this shit? Bernie fucking Sanders. Like, I'm fucking sorry. Like, everyone's like, oh yeah, you get Medicare for all, you get long fucking waiting lists. It's like, okay, but like, poor people wouldn't be terrified of a $500 fucking premium on their health insurance and would have gotten tested for this shit way fucking earlier.
I think socialism has been
Access to health.
socialism as a term has been demonized super hard. So any concept that is socialist is immediately looked down upon. Like, obviously socialism in its entirety is a problem, I would imagine, but it's just I don't think that you can classify any socialist idea as a fucking
I think people conflate socialism and communism too much.
sure.
I think people conflate socialism and communism with Stalinism and Maoism, and they misinterpret it as authoritarianism. But it's
Right.
like, you know, the tenets of socialism like have vastly more to do with abundance than control.
Right.
Like,
That's the whole idea. Is like we spent a solid chunk talking about how people that own these companies and all these stockbrokers, and we didn't even mention the senators that got caught insider trading that nothing's happening.
nothing's going to happen.
Yeah,
Nothing
and
is
it's
going
like
to happen inside of the system.
and
As
it's
long
like-
as that can happen, they're going to do it.
yeah,
Like, as long as they are able to do that and they have the right insight and the right information,
Just a slap on the wrist.
they
Yep.
are going to do it. They're gonna do it.
fly.
Like,
Do we have an actual number or out like how long does the actual oh here we go again.
His phone's falling.
How long does the virus actually stay living on an
They don't know.
object?
Oh, on an object? It depends on what
It depends on the surface. There's things saying anywhere between like a couple hours to 3 days.
yeah, 2
Real-
days
3
metal
days.
surfaces.
Yep, they've been doing studies based on like what surfaces like it stays on longer. Like cardboard, it's like close to 24 hours that it
I think
stays on.
plastic is pretty up there too.
Yeah,
You gotta use soap or things that'll dissolve oil.
yeah. Yeah, so anything that will disturb the lipid layer that contains like the RNA core of the virus will like basically protect you. But also the virus is airborne. So like as I said before, like if you cough and you have the virus, like you can be completely asymptomatic and like burp and fucking like it will hang in the air for up to 3 hours.
Right.
Like,
You can get it more than once too.
yep, yeah. They actually, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, they had the first like dude that was reinfected with it in Japan.
And the
That's
younger
awesome.
kids I heard are getting it more like they're throwing up, they're vomiting.
Yeah, like bug. Yeah,
Well, do you think that if we had a
get some fly strips.
pandemic response team, though, do you think that it would be? I don't think it would be able to be contained. I think there might be some sort of damage control, but not to a point where we wouldn't have to shut things down.
If we had had a response team before, we would have been able to make policy before it reached our shores. Like,
Sure,
we would have been able to say like, okay, this is a problem.
this is what we're gonna have to do.
And like, but also like the response team is only as salient as the person that they are giving advice to, which is the president, which, as I said before, is morbidly, like, clinically, critically, a dipshit. Like terminally fucking stupid.
Have they
Like,
done
as
tests
his
on that? They should try and
will
figure
get
that
him
out.
killed someday.
Like they should try and figure out
a
his
test on
stupidity
Trump's
level.
intelligence.
Yeah. I mean,
He's
he
got
says
one of
they
the
have the
highest
test.
IQs.
Yeah, he's got the best words,
Yeah,
got the
he's
biggest
got
words.
tremendous vocabulary.
Largest hands. There's
And-
no problems. Trust me.
And
Yeah.
Listen, guys, you're being ignorant.
China.
No,
Yeah, you're right.
China.
China.
Chai, and I cannot stress this enough. No.
Right.
Yeah. China.
And I cannot stress this enough.
Yeah.
Nah.
Nah.
But where do we go afterwards? Because I've heard too, maybe as the weather, warms up, it'll dissipate a little bit, but we could potentially get it back in the fall.
I've also heard that holding a blow dryer up to your nose and breathing in kills the virus.
I
don't do that.
I wouldn't. He gets.
I heard drinking bleach.
Yeah. The
Drinking bleach, I already did
I
that.
think our.
You can't be sick if you're dead.
Let's
But you can still have the
Sure, let's
virus.
just die.
Hi.
Put a shirt.
No girls allowed.
I'm not a girl.
Oh, okay.
You guys are in a circus tent. That's the problem.
It's because we're in a circus tent. We live in a society. But like, yeah, no, I don't
This
know.
place
if
behind like that they're in is getting fumigated right now.
Yeah. Killing all the fruit
I'm
flies.
inside of it.
Yeah, Jake, you should be in a
That's
circus
my
tent.
secret. That's been my secret all along. It's
Yeah.
This is getting out of hand. Now there's two of
They're
My
grouping up, dude.
my secret to an early death. But yeah, no, I don't think that like warming shit up is really gonna do much for this. Honestly,
I think the blow dryer trick works, dude.
I mean, the blow dryer trick might work. What? Okay, but what if we got a giant blow dryer?
Yeah.
What if we made an orbital blow dryer?
Well,
And
so like the whole thing about heat killing it off is like, so your body raises its temperature in order to fight off infection. And that's why they're saying not to take like ibuprofen or something like that, because that lowers your body temperature. So you don't fight off the infection as well.
Right. Well, it's also just speculation, though.
So like we should all be taking hydroxycut.
Yeah.
full fucking circle. Yeah.
It's already 101.
Let's have
Yeah.
a drink to that.
Yeah.
Boys. I'll drink to that.
Fucking Zoe 101. Fuck yeah.
Dude. Pacific Coast Academy.
Yeah, I brought that back too. What do you want? Nickelodeon, bitch.
Jamie Lynn Spears. How old's her kid now?
I don't know, like
I
9.
have no idea. Why do you want to know that?
It's important information.
Yeah. I'm just trying to change the subject.
Yeah. How old is
you guys? If you guys could be with any current or former Nickelodeon star, who would it be? And I already have dibs on Ariana Grande.
Jeanette McCurdy.
Gotcha, bitch.
iCarly's brother.
iCarly's brother, yeah.
He was pretty hot.
He's cute. Yeah. Spencer was
Jerry
cute.
Trainer, you mean?
Yeah.
I mean, Jeanette McCurdy, probably.
She's a babe.
I like Jeanette a lot. Yeah.
If you want to see something super awkward, look up Jeanette McCurdy's AMA on Reddit.
Can Dani get in on this?
She
Yeah,
was
sure.
there.
You want to get in on this?
I'm already.
Just you gotta unblur your background.
I got to unblur the background.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
you-
looks like Tits from Jerry Springer. It's all blurry.
It's on Jerry Springer.
Yeah,
You said it
great.
like Tits was a character.
That's what it sounded like.
From Jerry Springer.
I remember him.
You remember Tits, right?
Oh, old Tits.
Tits
Played by
McGee.
Danny DeVito.
Ian Wilco.
It's a fucking character named Tits.
This camera's way better than
What's
yours.
going on, guys? I'm Tits.
Why don't you scoot your chair in?
No.
You going nowhere.
We've never had this many guests on at once. I'm freaking out a little bit.
I don't like it.
It's fucking great. It's
I'm
like
panicking.
it's fucking party time.
I can't even see. Whatever.
So this is how we party.
Sorry, guys.
Brian, when are we gonna get sushi again? It's gonna be a while.
Well, Kiyomi's shut down, so
I'm not eating any sushi after this thing, dude. Get the fuck out.
Okay, there we go.
it's not fish that are spreading it.
It's not
Is
like
it
we
is
got
it a
bad
racist
sushi.
thing?
Yeah.
Sushi's from Japan, first
Yeah.
of all.
Okay, all right. I
Japan
have a
is-
thing.
Japan
Okay.
is one of the states of China. Isn't
I'm
it?
actually I don't really
Did you
appreciate.
call Japan a state in China?
Hold on. Our apartment's a mess. I don't care.
China.
Hold on.
Why don't you put up the circus tent again?
I'll be right back.
Yeah, put it. I'll just get into the tent.
Brian's got to go shoot up. He'll be right
Yeah,
back.
just get in the tent.
Brian,
I got
Brian needs his H.
What's he got?
He needs his hydroxy cut.
Oh.
He's trying to get his hydroxy
They
cut.
call it on the street.
Yeah. But yeah. So
I'm
like,
still blurry. It's whatever.
So I picked Ariana Grande. I don't know about you guys.
I said Jeanette McCurdy.
I think victorious, dude.
Victoria Justice. Okay. All
I
right.
already said that, motherfucker.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you. I called her first.
No, you didn't.
Sweet Life of Zach and
Asian
Cody.
chick? I don't
Was
know
that
what
was
her
that
name is.
Brenda
Disney?
Song. Brenda Song.
Dead pretty.
Brent-
Whatever happened to Ashley
I
Tisdale?
know.
I don't
That's
know.
Disney.
Actually,
It's okay.
Tisdale.
She's
What's
in Miami,
back there you
Florida.
guys don't want us to see?
The dirty-
Toys.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
No, the toys are-
Just toys and bodily fluids.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the dolls.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. Are you in the corner when you go into your apartment? Are you in the left?
Is that a real eyeball?
Okay, so when you walk in, like you come into the apartment, You go left, past the bed. That's where we're at.
Oh,
Wait, your bed's on the left side now?
Yes.
No.
Oh.
You want? Nope, right side. Sorry. I still do the
Your
Blue's
other
Clues
left.
thing.
It didn't move.
I was very confused.
Yeah, the bed is in the kitchen now.
Like,
We just figured it's more efficient that way to like cook the food and then lay down with the hot oil
right,
like
right,
still
right.
in the
I would
pan,
show
like
you
in
guys
bed.
my apartment, but I still have my apartment's destroyed because not only while this quarantine was happening, but I was also stuck inside already with that infection, and I did not take out any trash. I still have like 3 or 4 bags of garbage to take out.
No.
They're in my garbage room. They're in my garbage room, but like my place is a mess. But it's literally like my apartment is it's like two long houses in one with just a wall in the middle. So like my master bedroom is half the size of my apartment, and then there's a doorway. The door doesn't close all the way, by the way.
That's good.
No
Wait, your
The
door to what?
front door?
my bedroom door.
Oh,
There's
it was-
no there's no thingy, there's no latch on the door. It's just the door. I don't know how to explain it.
You just gotta buy a doorstop and just stuff it in there.
Right.
I just fucking put nails in it. Like,
That you
Yeah,
yank
just do
out
that
every
every
day.
Is there a fireplace in the middle?
I wish. I have a space heater, so eventually it'll be a fireplace.
the pit, like he's just got a fire pit in the center of his apartment.
Why don't you just breathe in the space heater? That might get rid of the coronavirus.
Dude, I work in the ER and the ICU. I'm fucked. Like,
Blow dryer, dude.
I'm dead. Like,
So yeah, I want to bring it back to being taken wicked out of context in your last podcast.
Oh,
'Cause I
about
do
the
want,
bats?
He's got a
yeah,
bone to
I
pick. He's
do
got a bone
want
to
to talk about that.
I
Because
figured you
one,
would.
like, I wasn't entirely correct. Bats are not actually a common part of Chinese cuisine. They're not even a common thing found at wet markets. It's more of a Pacific Islander thing, actually. Palau in is like a country in the Pacific Islands that like where like bat soup originated from. So it's actually vastly more likely that there was some sort of intermediary from, like, if it originated from a bat, it's
It has to go to
significantly
something else
likely
first.
that it went to like a pangolin or something like at a zoo or something,
Right.
and like handler caught it, you know. But like it's significantly more likely that it was like something like that. Not
well, what
like,
I wanted to make
people
clear.
eat random shit. I feel like Joe Rogan, like as like the host of Fear Factor, has come into like more likely like viral vectors than like, you know, people at wet.
What are you doing?
He's fucking around, dude.
Super distracting.
What I wanted to make clear that we
He's
talked
really just he's trying to figure out how to stand his phone up.
what I wanted to make clear, because I messaged you about it afterwards, because I straight up was like, we made fun of you. I want you to know that we were just taking the
I know
piss
you were
at-
just
Okay.
yeah, you were like it's you know, like I don't necessarily like being taken out of context, but also like I recognize it was all in good fun. Like it's
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's not a big fucking deal. You know, we're fucking butts. You know, it's whatever.
Eh,
But
Yeah,
also,
to extrapolate on this conversation, I was gonna make a joke. I had it written down that I was listening to lo-fi hip hop beats to spread eco-fascist eugenicist apologias.
okay, but like, have you guys seen my Twitter account?
You mean Grimes?
no, I haven't
Because
seen
like,
that.
it's unironically like, kind of what my fucking like Twitter account says.
Oh wait, yeah, it's
Like, hold on, like.
it's at Dylan and Eric were right.
No.
Pretty
Oh, wait.
bad.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's about
So
right.
it's like Hold on. Oh wait, how do I do that? Turn video off? No.
Oh no.
What's he doing?
I think there's.
All right, how do I shut off the screen share?
You got to press the same button that you did to share screen.
Yeah, the button.
Which one was that?
It looks like a
squares.
window over another window.
Yeah, it's like a minimize button.
Ah. No.
Didn't work.
I think you got to like double press it or something.
Yeah, try doubling it.
Try doubling it up.
No, I see it.
Window share.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It looks like this button.
Oh shit! What's
Whoa.
Oh god.
I got
There we
reorganized
go.
for a second. Oh, there we go.
Here we are. There you are.
That's technology, dude.
How you feel and where you are, that's when we use the verb estar.
True.
Espanol.
What?
If you could,
Verdad. Es verdad.
if you could eat anything right now, OG.
Ariana Grande.
I was.
I was
Sushi.
gonna
Glorious.
say, oh my god.
I'm gonna go with Jake's answer, but I'm not gonna tell you which Jake.
Doesn't matter. No, in the death
Wait.
pool, we're the same person, so you get both.
Ah. I mean, I get to.
What
I
a
get
fucking good day!
Ariana
Holy
Grande
shit!
and some sushi, yo.
What a good
Fuck.
day, dude.
Fantastic.
Dude, and the thing is if she doesn't shower properly, it's like you're having sushi twice.
I was like, I'm gonna finish up with
No.
the sushi.
What the fuck?
The sushi is the dessert in this scenario.
Do you still put
Sushi
soy
off
sauce on it, or
He could wear
Huh?
the sushi. It's true.
do you still put soy sauce on it?
You can
I
mix it
think
in.
it's
Yeah.
salty enough.
Probably be careful with the wasabi.
Yeah.
Wasabi.
Oh shit!
snoot.
There's an owl in your apartment, dude.
Was your milk
Pickled
cold?
ginger.
Yeah.
How many is that now?
That's a bitch.
At least 20.
It's got to be like 9 at least, right?
Cat Mamo just knocked down a fucking full Moscow Mule mug full of milk.
Oh, classic.
Yeah,
Jake
dude.
Jones. You
What's
need
up?
a Venus flytrap.
Well, I'm gonna get one of the fruit fly traps. I'm just gonna buy apple cider vinegar and do that. I didn't
Dude,
do
yeah.
it.
Get 5 Venus flytraps.
That's like fucking $50.
Worth it.
Make it worth it.
I
I mean, it's a nice
What's the
little
price?
like
It's
add-on
in
to
my
your
apartment.
apartment.
Vinny, my apartment's not that big.
This is
You
this during the coronavirus. This is the time for you to be nesting, dude. You gotta fucking like decorate and shit. Like
What,
Right,
what,
right,
if
right.
you,
in times of crisis, that's when you decorate. Like,
what if you put a Venus flytrap in a Venus flytrap?
What the fuck are you talking
I
about?
don't know if that works. Do they like Venus flytrap? I don't think they do that.
Will they try to eat it?
That's like docking, dude.
what if you
It's
put?
like putting a stomach inside another
What if
stomach.
you put honey inside of the Venus flytrap?
Then you'd have a honey
Get more
bun.
flies with.
I think the Venus flytrap actually produces something that like draws things in already though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it has to, right? Like it has to be a. I mean, how else is it gonna get shit to fly?
You just kill the fucking thing with like crystallized flower like pollen.
I like that Danny just has a carton of guava mango juice.
Yeah, dude.
I'm thirsty.
We don't fuck around with our beverages. Always large quantities.
Yeah. That's the move.
Well, yeah, that's what I did.
I know, dude. He's fucking like fucking $5 worth of quarters in your liver. Black
Yes.
velvet. This motherfucker
Everybody hold up your
does
drink.
not change.
Everybody
It's almost a 2 liter.
Drinks, everybody. Ready?
My water's empty.
Hey,
Sláinte.
Woo! Cheers.
You get some water, Brian.
Hurry.
You fucking hydrate.
Quench yourself.
Brian, where are you recording? Are you in your bedroom?
He's in his
No, that's the room all the way down his hallway there. The
I've only
office.
been in his bedroom with a blindfold on, so I don't know what it looks like.
Oh,
It looks like his bedroom.
right. He gets a picture of water.
Yeah.
Yes.
It fucking blurs the picture.
You're not allowed to see it, dude.
Can't tell you what I'm drinking, dude.
Where
It's
did
just-
that come?
It's just straight gin. Like
Ugh.
His fridge thing, like dispenser, doesn't work, so he puts it in pitchers.
Yeah, maybe the American flag wasn't the best idea
You can
to
use
put
the,
behind me.
Yeah, that's a Trump. It's a Trump logo, dude.
It's the Trump logo.
Don't worry, we're gonna
Please,
spray
for the love of
hammer and
God,
sickle on it later anyway.
do not let Trump make the American flag his fucking logo.
It looks like that flag has veins.
That is shitty.
That's for real. Like
It's like the most virile flag of all time.
zero.
Country do you think has the
This
coolest
flag
flag?
has a 95% chance
Mexico's
of getting me
flag?
pregnant.
Mexico is a sick flag, dude.
Brazil.
Mexico's got a fucking eagle with a snake in its fucking claws.
Yeah, it's pretty
on a
fucking
cactus.
badass.
They got it figured out down there.
I feel like we should have stuck with like the original like imagery. Like that was fucking dope. We had a fucking eagle with like the fucking like the arrows in its like grip.
I think we should have just stuck with the Confederate flag, dude. That was the best one.
What?
That wasn't us.
Stars and
That was those other guys.
I'm not gonna lie. Now this is gonna make me sound like an asshole, but it doesn't matter. But like all things aside, despite what it represents and despite all the history attached to it,
It's pretty cool.
it's pretty cool. Yeah. Like,
From a
pretty
design
cool.
standpoint, okay. I could.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no morals involved.
Yeah, I mean from like a strictly design standpoint, sure.
Yeah.
But like
That's what should really matter.
So they don't mean anything.
elucidate.
This one's just.
Yeah. I don't think they meant anything by it, you know.
I like Kazakhstan's flag.
Didn't mean anything by it.
They were just kidding, dude.
Yeah,
The
they died for that
that's
joke, dude.
pretty fucking cool.
They were really invested
Yeah.
in that.
They were
joke.
pretty fucking invested in it, yeah. They
Um,
were like, let's just send men like scores and scores and scores of poor men
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do,
die
man.
for something that they don't even really benefit from, really.
Imagine telling them like in the future, like about pickup trucks and like.
Yeah,
Like,
imagine
guess
like
what your flag is gonna do.
imagine being a
Yeah,
Confederate soldier. Imagine like being like in the Civil War and being like a
They're gonna
Confederate
put
soldier,
balls
and
on
they're
their
like
trucks,
they're
right?
gonna they're gonna fly this flag on the back of their fucking Jeep in
Do you think
upstate
they would
New
fight?
York,
Do you think
And
they'd
they're
fight harder though?
balls attached to the back of the
I
flag.
think I might also be on Vinny's team with this because I really like Brazil's flag.
I can't remember. Is it the one with like a circle
Oh,
in the middle and it's like.
It's like green and yellow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got like the diamond sort of thing in the middle.
Yeah.
I only know that because UFC.
Vietnam
Yeah.
flag is the only one that matters to me. So
I like any flag with lines on.
UFC. It's where I get my culture.
Yes. That's correct. I judge all cultures
That's
based on
true.
their performance in the octagon.
oh my
I mean-
God, who's that guy? Hold on.
I thought it was Anderson Silva's flag. I didn't know
Yeah, it is. It's the
Uh,
Anderson Silva flag.
Still is gonna.
Right.
I
I
like
just think-
I like this format a lot because I can look up information to like find
Fact
new
check.
things to like
We
talk.
got some peanut butter going on.
Yeah. Is it creamy or
Okay.
is it crunchy or is it smooth?
No, it's creamy.
Oh,
Creamy
you're
smooth.
you're full of shit, dude. Actually full of shit.
Colby Covington.
What?
Oh yeah.
Covington.
Yeah, isn't he your
Like-
favorite fighter, Jake?
Like
Gotta be.
Kamasu Usman, like I know this is wicked fucking old news, but like is that how you pronounce his name? I don't fucking know.
Usman.
Kamaru Usman.
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 Nigerian Nightmare.
Usman. He
Like-
oozes.
Nothing
savage.
more satisfying to me than like watching like a white nationalist's jaw being converted to quinoa, and like that he talked so much fucking shit
Right.
being
Quinoa.
vaporized like in
I
front of
think- I
like
think
live
busting
audience.
inside is more satisfying than watching that.
But yeah, no, I mean yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of column. Like I think if you do both those at this, like if,
No,
if
I mean, like, if you have like a
watching
collab in the background.
get knocked out, you ascend to a higher power.
Technically at the same
Yeah.
time, so it's.
No, I mean, like if you've got like a 15-minute collaboration video, and like you're also just going to fucking work, and you're like bust inside, like.
Yeah.
It's like.
So. So anyway.
So anyway, Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
Pretty hot.
Why do people hate her so much?
Because she tans too much. I think that's
Is that what it
basically like.
Because she's too dark.
She was very light.
Yeah,
before.
Only bad thing
basically
I've
it.
heard.
That's basically
Everyone's
it.
like, "You're white," and she's like, "Sure."
Yeah.
Actually,
What?
I haven't heard anything else that people hate about her.
I mean, didn't she have like a really shitty boyfriend or some shit?
She
Like
was dating
Yeah, her
Pete
boyfriend
Davidson.
did some shit,
Pete Davidson, yeah.
and
The
her other
comedian.
boyfriend
I thought you were
died.
saying Mac Miller.
Pate Davidson, as I like to mispronounce names.
Pate.
Dude, Pete, I watched one of Pete's stand-up specials last week, and it was honestly fucking hilarious.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
He
it's
has-
fun dude.
He has this
Really,
joke.
all that matters is how funny you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of moments where, like, in this particular format, we're gonna have a lot of moments where, like, we're talking over each other. It's just gonna be like that weird dead space. So, like, whenever that happens, you guys have to add like a clown, like a clown, like
Yeah,
a horn noise.
Let's just add more noise to us talking over each other.
Just like the sound of like an air horn, like.
Yeah, don't use it to like fill in the gaps. Use it to fill in like over the top when multiple people are speaking.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's just weird that with Skype, like when two people are talking, like it tries to balance out
Yeah,
the
like,
volumes.
the two people talking and about. Yeah.
Immediately starts talking.
I'm gonna make graphics for you guys for sure. Have like over the top like spinning text. It's like, oops, like
Yeah.
It just has Microsoft PowerPoint like breaks between.
Yeah, like between.
I mean, all I use is Paint. I use Paint and like DaVinci Resolve because it's free.
I love DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve is seriously the best video editing software I've used because I think I talked about this on the show, but you can have it. You can change the skin of it based on other premium softwares.
Yeah.
Coming from somebody that grew up exclusively using Adobe Premiere that can't afford it anymore, I get DaVinci Resolve. You watch an ad when you open up the program.
You do?
And then
I don't.
just in Adobe Premiere. Oh wait, no, that's my broadcast service. Is you can either pay for the premium or you can watch 60 seconds of ads every time you open the program.
Stupid.
That's totally worth it.
Actually, fucking
How long
legit.
can you leave it open?
Yeah,
It uses a lot of processing power.
I've been
Wow.
looking for a new video editing software. Actually, like I really want to get back into like editing guitar pedal videos. So like that's good information.
I love DaVinci Resolve, dude. And the free version is pretty much everything except for like you don't get any like fancy graphics or anything. You have to pay for all the fancy effects, but
No, but all I really use are fades. Like that's pretty much all I need.
I don't use anything. I do jump cuts to everything. So like that Cry of Fear video I did is just jump cut like an Oni Plays video.
Yeah.
Or like Game Grumps. It's like that same idea where it's just like, all right, here's this bit cut, here's this bit cut.
Mm.
Vinny's
Yeah,
like taking his Tinder profile pic right now.
Yeah, it's like chin angle.
Yeah, he's all in on video editing. You can tell.
Dude,
I edit videos all the time.
I edit.
They're like post-workout flex videos. Like, that's it.
Photoshop.
Like,
That's my favorite.
just
Photoshop.
flexing.
Leg day.
Yeah, dude. Why don't you have a workout YouTube channel? That'd be sick, dude. I'd watch the shit out of that.
He's so
I should
fucking
do an
twisted.
at-home
Like, that's ridiculous.
I've been doing since I've been on the quarantine bullshit. I started doing P90X again, and my gym's closed.
Mm,
I've heard good things about that.
yeah.
I heard it's hard as shit.
It is. It
Yeah.
is.
Like even if you're in shape, it's super fucking hard.
Yeah, I saw that it's free though. It's on
Oh,
No,
archive.
I'm thinking of Pornhub Premium.
All of P90X is free online.
Isn't Chris Hemsworth also doing like workout videos too?
Yeah.
Thor,
I don't know. I have Pornhub Premium, dude. so
Hottie.
he's
Like,
very pretty.
It's a lot of.
I use Bratty Sis and Family Therapy to get my workout.
You
Yeah,
have the most
I would-
chiseled wrist and forearms. And the Pornhub Premium.
Yeah.
Pornhub. You get chiseled
Yeah,
wrists
that's how
and
I work
forearms.
out. I don't know.
I know. I usually play just video games. It's good for your. It's good for
Oh,
your
man.
Switch hands every once in a while.
You guys ever seen?
Right.
You guys ever seen Maniac?
With,
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Elijah Wood.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Brian
I'm
noticed
not.
that.
No, not the movie. We watched Maniac with Elijah Wood at like the Jones house.
Yeah.
Brian,
I brought it up.
The show.
yeah,
The show.
Man, I
yeah, the show with Jonah Hill.
Man,
Emma Stone.
No.
Okay,
Dude,
so I
Emma
was
Stone.
with you.
Emma Stone's got those state droopers, dude.
I wish she was a Nickelodeon girl. Is what I'm
Would
saying.
that be your choice?
That would be my choice.
I like that raspy, like 65-year-old smoker's voice she has. It reminds me of my mother, you know?
Yeah.
Jake, you want to breastfeed tonight?
Probably, you know what? Her
Oh,
kisses
boy.
probably taste like barbecue sauce. It's probably good.
No.
Yeah, that is good.
Barbecue
Like, he
cheese.
says weekly.
But anyway, so I loved Maniac with Shia LaBeouf. I thought that was wicked cool when we watched that.
He keeps changing the actor. Shit.
What's
Elijah Wood and Shia LaBeouf are pretty
It's Daniel
interchangeable.
Radcliffe.
Yeah, it was Daniel Radcliffe, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's
So
some-
anyway,
What's a movie Shia LaBeouf's in with the slow
Holes.
boy?
Holes?
Do it.
With a slow boy.
Holes.
Yeah, it's holes.
The
It's the more
snowboard.
recent one.
You can't not cry at the end of holes. It's
Snow Dog?
impossible.
With the retarded kid?
Yeah.
Holes.
No.
They called him Zero because that was what his
They're all
IP
holes. All those movies are holes. It's in his contract.
But also,
Like, they
Fox-
can't name any other movies anything but holes if
And
Shia LaBeouf is in it.
I don't
Yeah,
think he
Shia
was
LaBeouf
retarded.
was in that movie.
Yeah, Transformers was
Maniac.
holes.
It was a sequel.
He almost got hit by a
It was-
hole.
Stanley Yelnats and the robots. You remember?
Fucking like who fucking Michael Bay. Michael Bay was like, this is Holes featuring Optimus Prime. Like it wasn't Transformers. Like
I
The
will
whole
never.
movie, like the Allspark is just a pair.
How
The
dare you?
Allspark is really just a pair of Jordans.
It
Yeah.
was like peanut butter something, I think. Peanut butter.
Oh, the Peanut Butter Kid. Peanut Butter Eagle.
Holes featuring
Eagle-
Optimus
Yeah,
Prime featuring Space Jam Man.
Eagle-
That's-
It was the Peanut Butter Eagle, Vinny.
Peanut butter eagle.
Peanut Butter Falcon.
There's a lot of there were a lot of things in that movie that should be like cultural fucking like phenomena that
What
just
movie?
ceased existing. Holes.
Holes.
Like sploosh
Oh,
should have been a whole thing.
Why is that still like? Why is that not in every supermarket?
Right? Like where the
We
fuck is
need
my
it.
sploosh? Where is it? Like it's nowhere to be found.
Vinny, you were talking about, you meant the Peanut Butter Falcon.
Yes. Yes.
What about it?
Oh, yeah, I just
He likes it.
peanut butter.
Motherfucker.
Worth it.
That's it.
No, I
That's
don't
the
think.
joke.
Joke.
I'm pretty sure Zero wasn't retarded though. I think he just couldn't read.
He was
Yeah, no, he was
That's
like
the same thing.
He,
It's,
He
well,
was just a
he
regular.
was illiterate. He wasn't mentally like slow. Or,
yeah, that's what I mean. He was a pretty good dude.
He's
he was
alright.
great. He was the best character.
Literally saved his
The
life.
next word that overtakes retarded. Doug Stanhope had a bit about this on his last special. Because, like, back in the day, instead of using the word retarded, they used to call people idiots or morons or imbeciles. And then they used the word retarded as, like, a word out of, like, kindness rather than malice. But then people co-opted that word to call their friends whenever they acted stupid.
I get it. Yeah. Like
It
So
happens
is
every
there,
once in a while.
like, special was a thing for a while, but it doesn't have the same impact.
there are
I think they say mentally
objectively
disabled now, and that's
there are objectively funnier words to
Yeah.
use. Like
Than
smooth,
retarded?
like smooth brain
that's
is
a-
like
I
inarguably like far superior to retarded. Like far superior.
yeah,
no
like-
wrinkles, none.
yeah.
Like, or wet brain. I know that's also a fucking disease, but like
brain work.
Yes.
wet brain is good. Like soup brained is really good. Like
Yeah, that is good.
dipshit is really fucking good.
Dumb idiot.
Yeah, I was like moron. It has a good ring to
Stupid
it.
fuckface, like literally fucking anything.
Yeah.
The N word.
Like
Would
Well,
N word.
the end.
I don't know about that one.
Don't use the N word.
Urine and feces.
Negligent.
Can we watch Comrade Cora on your?
She's a real hero.
Yeah, she legitimately is. It's those PragerU videos I showed you guys at the party.
The like super cuts.
Yeah.
PragerU.
Super funny.
I love Doug Stanhope, and me and Brian and Wes shared a very special bond that night.
Oh God. Like,
He doesn't think so. I mean, you do.
We docked.
did you put two Winkies in the middle of the other
We
one?
just scissored.
Wait, do you need to have like foreskin to do that?
Yeah.
You do?
So we can't do that, I don't think.
Well, I mean, ask him.
Not for both of us.
Enough
Wait,
for
are you
both.
uncircumcised?
No.
No. Are any
The
of us
first fucking
uncircumcised?
comment in like 10 minutes from Brian is, I have enough foreskin for both of us.
Like, oh, I don't have one. Can I borrow some of yours?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Does anybody
Okay,
still have
but-
foreskin?
Where is my foreskin though?
Right.
Where's
Where
Like,
does it
do
go?
they keep it in a drawer? Does
Give
it
it
just
back.
get tossed in a dumpster? I want to know where my foreskin
They
is.
keep it
That's
in
a
a
good
jar.
question.
Third
Like
skin.
it's part of my
They
body.
make it into lotion.
Did nobody hear what they just...
What did he say? Vinnie coming at us like a dude who unironically calls himself the Italian Stallion.
Yeah.
Hey.
I love how he's wearing so much baseball gear and probably hasn't watched a game of baseball in his life.
You guys
The last
are...
time I went to a baseball game was when I was like, actually, yeah, it was like 3 years ago.
What does OBP stand for?
Where was that?
On base percentage. Come on, dude, get good.
I thought you said
Yeah.
OP. Like other people's property. Like, yeah, you know me.
No, that's different.
Yeah, you know me.
I'm like, that's the only one I know.
That's less baseball related.
Yeah, it's on base
All the
percentage.
ladies.
Wow, you got it
But
right.
he's
Dude.
got it now. So he's good.
I know my bases. First,
Yeah.
second, and third. And
Who's on
maybe
first?
You down with LPP?
Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know who's on third.
H1.
Did you score any points?
Why is that backwards?
It's not.
It is on my stream.
Well, your screen's wrong, so
Hinkle.
H1N1. Hinkle. Ray Hinkle.
Right.
It did look like H1N1.
Laces out.
Dan?
So
I used to play baseball.
Did you?
I did.
I used to play t-ball when I was a kid. I think it like
help me.
It used to take, or
Help me.
it
I found
I-
something.
for my mom to realize that I didn't like sports. And t-ball was one of the last ones.
I shit my pants in a baseball game before.
Okay.
Paul pierced it.
That sucks.
I shit my pants at a pool party. It was pretty rad.
In the pool?
Cross country one.
Not in the pool.
Oh, okay.
Flee from the pool and get into my dad's front yard.
No.
Your mic is kind of cutting out.
Who?
Mine is?
Yeah.
I
James.
was
Hold
I
up.
don't know if I've shit myself since I was like in diapers.
Really? You don't remember any of them? Like, I feel like you'd remember them, though, is the thing. Like, they're pretty traumatic.
I shot myself.
Yeah, dude.
I think I've been able to like hold it in, you know.
My pants are wet.
Hold it in. I plugged myself up.
I was
No,
I was on 800 milligrams of Augmentin when I was sick with that infection, and I shat myself a couple of times.
Like a lot, or was it like just enough to?
It was just a squirt.
Yeah.
You know, that initial, like, oh no, I'm in trouble. Like,
Well, I have a leather couch. That's what fucking pissed me off.
ooh, he pulled a gun, girl.
Ooh.
Caitlin Bennett.
Did you Caitlin Bennett yourself? Have you seen the image?
What does that mean?
Caitlin Bennett is a right-wing pundit.
She has allegedly shit herself at a party. But I've seen the picture. It's hard to tell if it's her.
No one has ramen hair like this girl.
Bruh,
But like,
she had a thong on in the picture and it split the shit into 2 ribbons.
That's kind of awesome, actually. It's like when they used to have those Play-Doh things that you could push down.
but
Science, man.
like, okay, so like she has like a reputation for going onto college campuses and like walking up to college students and like feeding them loaded like questions about like trans rights and gun rights and shit like that.
Oh, so it's
like
like
all like
Steven
the
Crowder.
right wing platform. It's like Steven
Even
Crowder,
worse.
but like somehow more incompetent. Like
She's even more bad at it.
And
like
even
okay,
worse,
like
Tommy
and
Lawrence.
I don't say that with a grain of salt. Like Steven Crowder recently tried to kill himself
Wait, what?
to
Oh, yeah.
simulate
Joke.
Jeffrey Epstein's death. Like, and this girl is worse. This girl is
Wait. He did what? Steven Crowder tried to kill himself?
tried to simulate suicide to prove that
Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein couldn't have killed himself in his cell. Which, like, no shit.
like,
Like,
here, I'll
everyone
try
fucking
it.
agrees. Like, no
You
shit.
don't have to prove that, right?
Kill himself. You don't have to prove that shit. Like,
I've been drinking a lot.
it's
of
too
wine.
sketchy. But, like, this girl's somehow more incompetent
Huh.
than, like,
We'll have to
the
check it out.
human
She
being.
like
Yeah.
walked up to like a little girl at like a pro-choice event and was like, "Do you know the top cause of death in America? It's abortion." And the little
What?
girl said,
It's heart disease.
Oh my god, her
And the
dad.
dad of the little girl goes, "I'd late term abort you."
She goes,
Jesus Christ. That's
"You would
savage.
abort me after term?" He's like, "Yeah, late term abortion. You."
Who's that? One of the times we hung out, we watched this video that was this transgender woman or woman, I don't know what to say. ContraPoints.
ContraPoints is dope.
That was good.
Is fucking awesome. I love her. Yeah, she's one of my
Based.
favorites. Yeah, she actually, like, I would say, like, more than any other source, like got me into actual like comprehensive leftist discourse. Like I would
stop watching her. Is what you're telling me? I should stop watching her.
No.
Her
I'm watching more of her. She's
Contra
like
and Vosh, definitely.
she's inarguably funnier
really like
than
Vosh.
anyone you ever listen.
Oh yeah, she's hilarious.
Like she like she's funnier
Meat
than any
smoke.
right-wing pundit.
Noise.
Like inarguably.
I just liked her little snippy comebacks.
Yeah.
I'm big on comebacks. That's why I only go doggy style and only with golden retrievers because they're always happy to be around you.
Yeah.
Oh.
They are excited all the time, and then when their tail wags, it tickles your belly button.
He left.
Bye-bye.
He's back.
Wait, what? Did I miss it?
Did you leave on purpose after
I left the call on purpose, yeah.
You didn't hear what Seth said?
No, what did you say? I was like, I can't hear that.
You have to watch the episode to find out.
All right, I'll watch the episode and find out.
You
Yeah,
tell
I
me
don't
you were
wanna-
a furry?
Yeah.
2.5
Jake Jones is
hours.
confirmed a furry.
Furries confirmed.
You know what I really enjoy? Speaking of furries, okay. What the fuck?
Right.
I don't understand it. I don't. And I like to understand the things that I make fun of, and I don't. I can't, like...
But is that weirder than people dressing up like as babies and shit?
Listen, as far as my sexual
I try not
preferences
to
go,
kink shame.
Brian leaves. As far
He's
as
like,
my
I dress up as babies.
Nah, my camera fucked
I
up.
thought you were gonna say baseball players.
he dresses up as baseball players. Like, no, I
Jack off though.
don't get crinkle kink. I don't. As far as like my sexual kinks go, like
Careful what
I
you
can
say
see
there.
within like a certain, like I'm pretty fucking vanilla as far as my sexual kinks go.
Careful.
But like, yeah, like a little bit of butt play. Like
Conditionary.
You don't let people put stuff in your butt?
I haven't really had much of
You gotta work
experience
it in.
with
You gotta work
It's
it in.
great. Dude, it's great.
Is it? All right, well,
At least you fuckers have a prostate.
yeah, that's
Lucky
true.
bitches.
I've got a prostate. I've done a little bit of like self-prostate stimulation,
Right.
But like,
The
okay,
old Sharpie trick.
Sharpies, like I can get like like the soft something tactile like with like sexual play. I can even get like the more like like
The first
nebulous, animalistic like vibe, but like when it gets to like otherkin levels, I can't do it. Like it's
Yeah.
like
You
it's
can
like
you can get a box of Sharpies for like $2.
Brian and I share a box.
It's my turn.
We split the difference.
my turn with the Sharpie. I want the chartreuse one. You used it last week. I want the chartreuse one this week.
Brian and I before D&D
I'm working on a painting. I'm working on an
before
art.
D&D sessions, Brian and I Requiem for a Dream our Sharpies.
Jake,
Right.
you missed my my picture that I won.
Jake Behr.
Sorry. I'll see it in the episode.
Yeah, you will.
But, I'll come over and I'll look at it
I think it was a bit.
after the quarantine's over. I want to touch it with my hands. So
You can have
I
it.
spent a large amount of money on it, and I really want to ruin it. So
I think he made it all up.
No, it's to be
it
continued.
doesn't exist. Like no one else is vouching for you. It's like it's not real.
I don't buy it.
It never happened.
Hey, so how do you guys deal with dandruff?
I hate
Dandruff?
it.
Wash.
Oh, he
Uh,
swapped himself.
Selsun Blue.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Head and
Yeah, I had to
shoulders.
fuck with Selsun Blue for a while. Like,
I
when
use
in
head
high
and
school-
shoulders, but you're not supposed to use it every day, but if I miss a day, I have bad.
So alternate which shampoo you're using.
I have Head and Shoulders and I have I have Dove Men Plus Care.
You
3
can't
in
do
1.
that.
It's really, really fucking me up right now that I have less hair than you right now. That's bothering the fuck out of me. Because you have like been like shaving your head for like years.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
might
like
have more hair than all of you collectively.
yeah,
thought
you
I was
actually
shaving my head.
unironically do.
People thought I was shaving my head because I was
I
going.
don't know. Vinny's up there.
Because it was wicked easy.
Maybe.
I mean, because I started going to Good Guys, and a bunch of my friends were.
Lucky you. Because I unironically am going bald. Like it's
Sorry.
not good.
Why don't you just do this?
Just start shaving your head.
Because it looks disturbing.
Jay,
Oh,
is your
thanks.
camera off? Or am I just not
All
seeing
right.
it?
Because you equate it with white supremacy.
Let's take a
No,
poll.
that's not a problem. I mean, I've like okay, but like the weirdest fucking thing is like at bars, like you've seen my jacket, like it's like covered in like communist and guitar pedal pins and patches and shit. I have been called a Nazi in public, like because like I had like a shaved head, and like they just assumed I was a fucking skinhead. Like
Well,
that's
that doesn't
fucking
make any sense.
to me.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you don't have to get haircuts.
True.
You
Yeah,
get used to it.
I could just keep buzzing it. I think I'm gonna
Well-
grow it out for a little bit and see what happens. you
Well, what's
know?
weird is like you think you're gonna look weird, and you do look weird in comparison to how you looked. Like it's your self-image, and then the second you're used to it and everybody else is used to it, you're like, oh, this isn't a big deal at all. It's fucking hair. Like it doesn't.
Brian's hair has me fucked up, though. I'm not gonna lie, because like my hairline's going a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you got the cool.
Brian has a perfect genetic
I do
hairline.
have the widow's
Like,
peak.
really
Dude,
You have
Chris,
the Vegeta.
Christy and I are the only Joneses that have it. It's really funny.
a widow's peak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
do
yeah.
bald.
My dad has it bad. Like when I grow my hair out, like I've got my grandfather's hairline, and it's not super noticeable with him. But I also think I'm aging quicker than he did because I'm exposed to more toxins than he was in his like heyday. So I don't know.
You should
But-
try using like smelling blow dryers. Usually, I heard that like cures it.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
It cures most things actually.
Yeah, coronavirus,
Hair.
like, hair,
Sniffing hair.
hair,
smells
and not hair. What?
yeah.
smell hair.
I'm growing my hair out. I told my family and everybody this. I'm like, I'm just growing it out. Like, I want to see how long I can get it because my hair, like you guys have known me for a long time. I used to grow my hair out when I was like in high school. And then my dad and I shaved it off a dare for St. Baldrick's because people said we wouldn't do it.
Yep.
And
I
I started shaving
short
my head.
snips.
I'd been shaving my head for like 6 years.
You
Yeah.
used to have a bowl cut. I did too, though.
I used to do the bowl cut, yeah.
I'm thinking about growing mine out now that I can't get it cut anyway. I did last year.
No, I like your hair like medium length though. It looks smooth. You know what I mean?
You talking to me or Vinny?
Vin man, coin man.
Corn man.
I want my hair like I just want to be a smaller version of Wes because if I grow my hair out and we both get the same like beard length, I'll just be like him but a foot smaller.
Yeah.
Well, he's like I think he's like half a foot. I think he's like 5 or 6 inches taller than I am.
Wes is pretty tall.
He's like 6'2".
I don't think
Wes
he's
is-
much taller
Wes
than
is-
I am.
Yeah, Wes is like an inch taller than I am.
Well,
Like
you
Brian
guys
and I are
tall.
probably about the same height. Like
Vinny and I are like 5'9".
approximately.
Yeah, me and Jake are just.
We're twinks, dude. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
we
yeah,
crack
yeah.
our hogs.
Yeah, that's what that means.
5'11", 6. I don't know how tall I am. Like
Who's our tallest? Joe is our
None
tallest
of
friend.
you are twinks.
Joe is easily our tallest friend by like a
Did
very
Danny say
wide
none of us are
margin.
twinks? It's because we have a lot of hair.
Literally none of us are twinks.
If I
Yeah.
could be taller, I would. You know.
Jake's a bear.
No, a thick boy.
It's funny because
Why is it funny? It's funny because
his name.
Because it's my
Can you be a bear and also be a bottom?
Bare
Yeah.
bottom.
yeah, dude, that's called a switch.
Dude, I was reading this thing about how like most gay men are bottoms, and it's hard to find tops in hookup communities.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
About that.
Where were you reading that?
They need more versatile people.
I was reading it on my
It's why
dating.
versatile.
Jake,
It's
are
on
you
the
having trouble?
prostate, dude.
Yeah.
What did Vinny say?
A little nubbin.
What?
Give me all your nuts.
A gay little nubbin.
Ooh.
Little dangle, little butthole light bulb.
Little dingle barrel dangle.
Dangle.
So yeah.
I
What
guess
else?
this-
What else is there?
What else is there?
Yeah. What else happens?
Let's have me on the show, and we already talked about leftism. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, the only thing in the fucking news is coronavirus, so it's the only thing you can talk about, right?
Coronavirus, Tiger King,
Fucking golden retrievers.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Animal
yeah.
Crossing.
But I don't have it, so I.
Yeah.
How shitty Destiny 2 is right now.
Right. That's all over the news.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fox News talks about it every day, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I
Trump has a 3-hour talk about Destiny 2 every day. The state of Destiny 2.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about bangs?
Bangs?
Like,
Yeah, like
You know, honestly, I would take any hair. Honestly.
no. I mean, like on other people. Like, do you judge people with bangs? Because I do.
you?
I feel like it's a really stupid thing to judge people on. Like,
I
Nah,
judge,
just judge people.
I'd
on it.
fuck somebody with
Worse.
bangs. Like, I'm like,
like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
guess-
that.
judge me.
it looks stupid.
I was before you got on camera.
I think some people need them. Like, I have a big forehead, but there's people with, like, way bigger foreheads than I have.
Yeah. No, there are definitely some people who need bangs for sure. Like, I could probably have bangs.
You
I've
should
got a
figure that out,
mess.
yeah.
Yeah, I should probably work on that. Get a little fucking barrette to clip on my like 1/4-inch fucking hairs
I'll
on
give
like
you
the
some
front of my
money.
fucking head.
You can have.
I mean,
my-
you'll get there one of these days. There, it's almost like
It's almost like I'm in an Asking Alexandria cover band right now.
It's almost.
yeah.
There you go.
Alex Jones.
Yeah,
That looks pretty good.
Works.
That actually looked good. I should grow my hair
So
out
what have we learned today?
We learned that the N-word is funny, and that's all I remember.
Yeah, I think we learned that blow dryers kill the coronavirus.
Nobody has third skin. Some of us have four skin.
Right.
Wouldn't it
We
be?
learned-
I learned that I don't have a.
we learned that,
I learned
I
that
learned
Jake has
that
a lot of
Jake
flies.
has a lot of fruit flies in his house.
Brazil has a cool flag.
Yeah, dude, it's like pestilence levels, dude. You gotta get fucking fruit fly tape. Like you gotta do something.
Fucking pisses me off. It
You're
really
bigger
does.
than-
It's not good.
Trump's IQ is higher than most men.
Yeah, we learned that Trump only wants what's best for the country.
That's
Kinda.
not something
Is
we
that
should
what he's
end
calling
on.
himself
Like,
these days? The country?
the country. Yeah.
He loves America, dude. That's all that matters.
Am the
He's
country.
America in this scenario.
Learn that the American flag is now the official Trump
Yeah.
like logo.
It's also a circus.
No,
tent.
the American flag is the binary flag.
America is a circus, though. So that, it
No, that's
works.
the straight flag, isn't it? The straight people.
Yeah, the straight.
Straight
Is there a
flag.
straight flag?
The American flag is the straight flag.
Whatever
Is that-
has
is
a reason about
You know, like there's two genders. There's blow dryer and there's grill. Like that's the two genders.
That's it.
All right, I don't make the rules, sweetie.
Straight
The
pride
blower
parades
is
are
red.
just called traffic.
Yeah.
Which one do you think I am?
What? A hair dryer or a grill?
Yeah.
You're definitely a hair dryer.
Yeah, hair dryer.
Dryer.
I don't know what that. Well, I don't know what that entails. Are.
What about
It's because you're pretty, Brian.
pancakes? Isn't that one of them?
I love that you're just unanimously a fucking hairdryer. Not
Yeah.
no one said grill, which I don't understand that at all.
I think it's because there's an assumption that like a grill is like, you know, automatically masculine.
Yo, but okay.
Like,
Yeah,
Oh.
Vinny and I.
Oh.
or like
Grill.
the grill is automatically like dad mode.
Which one's
you
more
know.
phallic, though?
Yeah, the blow dryer is obviously more
More
phallic.
phallic.
Brian's clearly packing, and that's what we all think. So
We knew that.
There you go. Look at his face.
Brian, like, okay, so like in the left, we're very fond of like acronyms. Brian's got LAP, larger than average penis privilege.
Laugh.
What was that baseball one again, Seth?
Wait, so is the
Are we
opposite?
talking
OBP?
about baseball?
Is the opposite of a simp a lapdog?
Yeah. Lap. He's
Yeah,
packed, is what I'm saying.
he is. Yeah.
I don't make rules. I
All
don't make
right.
rules.
Got like 5 skins.
All we do here is state the facts, dude.
The facts of life.
Easily the least entertaining podcast you guys have ever done.
Yeah, you're probably gonna go downhill after this one.
This is our
Oh,
first
this isn't
episode
even.
of the Giants.
You're gonna lose your 67 followers.
We're
It's the
Alex.
first time we've ever had.
Sorry.
We've ever had someone with a uterus on camera.
I think that's true.
It is true.
I think that might be true. Yeah.
I'd like to uterus.
I'm a uterus.
I don't know this shit. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna make a baby. Fuck
This
that.
is the first time you've had a hairdryer on camera.
Here's a joke for you. How do you get a nun pregnant?
How do you what?
Get
you
a
get-
nun pregnant.
I feel like I'm not gonna like the answer to that. How do you do it?
You fuck her.
That was.
I got
actually
one for
correct.
you. I got one for you. I got one. So
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
a moth.
So,
Yeah, we're literally telling call and return jokes at this point. Like,
So a moth walks into a podiatrist.
out.
What?
Moth walks into a podiatrist's office.
Cut it out.
He's like, "Hey, moth," or the moth is like, "Hey, doc, I gotta talk to you. I got a problem." And the moth is like, "Doc, I got a problem. I gotta talk to you." And the podiatrist is like, "What's going on? You seem shaken up. What's the problem?" The moth goes, "Well, I don't know where to begin. I tell you, I've been,
Not again.
all I do is work. It's my whole life. All I do is work.
Stop. This is Norm Macdonald.
And
We can
Yeah,
watch
he's
the
Trying
wrong.
so hard not to use Norman McDonald's voice right now. That's why it's taking him so long to say it.
the light was on. Do you get it? 'Cause he's a
Yeah,
moth.
I
Yes.
get attracted by light. I get it. That was pretty good.
He tried so hard to not do Norm Macdonald's voice.
Wow, I can't believe you came up with that yourself.
I can't not do that.
That's a good joke. That's so good. Hey,
As soon as I said for the second time, I was like, I'm fucked. I've been had.
Oh, yeah. like, stop. Nope.
All right. Well, thanks for being here, guys. It's been fun. I guess we covered a lot of cool stuff. We learned some cool things, and Jake leaves early.
He leaves.
Well, it's over.
We learned all of the important shit. There, he's back.
That joke
All
will
right.
never get.
I don't know what's. Do we have any plans for next week? Do we know who we want to get on?
Yes.
We're still gonna be locked down.
Dude,
man.
I'll
You know
do
we
this
are.
every week. This is like this is my outside fucking content.
We should
Oh,
just have
This
a,
is nice distraction.
we
We
should just
need-
start another
Do this
series.
without it being a podcast.
we need my buddy Max on. My buddy Max wants to be on, and we
Who's
need
Max?
Dom on.
Hi, Max.
Max
Nope.
Torb.
Hard no.
What about
No.
Dom?
No.
No.
Maybe no.
Hard no.
Dom's son. We need Dom's son on here.
Sebastian?
Sebastian.
Yeah, we got to
Michael
get more
Bauer.
children. We got to get more children involved.
Yeah, gotta reach that audience.
definitely get more kids involved in your podcast.
Yeah.
You adult men. For sure.
I mean, we need a new perspective. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try
Maybe-
to get a.
Like,
All right, guys. Clearshotspodcast.com, impulsepodcast.com, and we'll see you next week. Stay
Oh,
safe.
wait. Twitch.tv/pretty_dad_.
Ooh, yeah.
Aw.
Yep.
We're
thank
gonna
you.
be Jake and I are gonna be playing some games together, and we also streamed for like 3 hours Saturday night.
That was
So
fun.
like Seth and I, at least I know I'm releasing a cut version, an edited version of our Cry of Fear thing, but Jake had the entire thing on his stream.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was pretty.
It was beat.
Yeah. All right. Well, wash your hands, don't touch your
Classic.
face, and jack off. All right. See you guys.